Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name is Jack. Today we are live streaming a very special set. There's actually something even kind of cooler about this particular set, even though, you know, it's a brand spanking new Minecraft set. Not even available yet. This was sent to us by LEGO to review, so thank you, LEGO. I think this is like our third or fourth set that we've gotten from LEGO to do reviews. And but this is actually kind of cool because this is a box that I think I definitely want to save because this is before regular distribution, so they didn't bother to put you know, the part number and
even set name.
Yeah, because those come in different languages. The set like the piece thing, you know how it'll have like a different abbreviation for parts. So like the box, yeah.
Production run.
Yeah, it's like this is like before, and there's even a sticker that says very much not for sale. So anyways, no illusions about this. This was sent to us by LEGO. It was kind of funny because the email we got was just like, hey, we sent you some Minecraft sets. Like, didn't tell us how many. They just knew it was Minecraft, and we just knew it was more than one. That's all we knew. But, so this is what we got in the mail yesterday afternoon, and this is what we're streaming for you. Anyways, the actual information about this, though, is in the description. It is 1,122 pieces, and it's going to sell for, the interesting thing about the price, it's going to sell for $120 in the States. What? It's called the Ocean Monument, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't even have the title up there. But this is called the Ocean Monument. $120 in the States. 120 pounds also. Pounds and dollars are the same price for this set, which is super weird. Which basically means this is way more money if you buy it in the UK.
From Jace had like 360, 60 pounds, euro and US.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, so they're matching up the prices pretty much the same. And then it's 125 euro. So, like, very much this set is cheaper in America than it is in other parts of the world. So, anyways, that is the information. Let me zoom this camera out a little bit. You can't even see the tabs getting cut here. But all right, let's do this. Anyways, hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. It is Tuesday afternoon. And by the way, the other information about this set is that it does include Steve. It includes Alex. I think Steve has some nice nougaty pants, nougat-colored legs, which are different. And the bad guys are a guardian, an elder guardian, and a squid isn't necessarily a bad guy, but yeah. So it includes an elder guardian and a squid. Those are the exclusive new figures, BrickVault figures. And how many bags are there? Here's number 1. I see a number 8. Does it go higher than number 8? There's a 5, a 3, a 7, a 6, a 2. Okay, yep, number 8. So 8 is the maximum number of bags. It is the total number, I should say. And let's get started, as we always do. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody's been saying hi. Everyone's been saying hey. Everyone's been saying what's up. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Ooh, this bag number 2 has a nice big slit in it. Okay. Nothing's falling out, but there was a hole in that bag. All right. Boom. Let's get this thing open. Now, this is going to be a set that's got the... in order to get into the Ocean Monument, you have to soak up the water in the entrance by using a sponge. So there's going to be a sponge soaking. Whew! Look at that. Oh, that was 1 manual? Nope. 4. 4 manuals. So happy that there's no kink. Show me the kink. 0 kink in the manual. That's great. Okay. So let's get this thing started. Man, we had so many bags on the floor yesterday, and we picked them all up. And the floor looks a little bit clean, and now it's just going to get totally covered once again for a full day worth of building. So I think these manuals might have to do with creating different versions of the Ocean Monument. No, well, maybe. Manual number 2 looks like, oh wow. And then I'm kind of looking through the different manuals, just seeing what the heck. Oh yeah. No, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff being built up here. All right. Manual number 1. Okay, let's do this. I'm just looking through. This is huge. That's the thing, is like there's 4 really large manuals, and I'm getting a little bit confused. But it shows you here what each of the manuals actually does. And yeah, so I guess the 4th manual does get to this. Let's move it out. Move it up and move it out. All right. Moving the keyboard a little bit back, and game on. Yo, I love you, Jack. Thank you, Star Wars King. Jack, smash all your Legos with the bat. No, Rocky. Thanks for the suggestion. I think I'm going to respectfully decline your request to smash all my Legos with a bat. What's your favorite Minecraft set ever? Ooh. Either the village or the fortress. I really liked the fortress. Actually, no, I want to say the fortress is my favorite. Yeah, the fortress was a good one. Can you see me? Yes, I can see you. Ambu? Sorry, I didn't read the name fully out. So much sand green in this set. I like that a lot. It doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of variety in the way this set looks. But at least it will be very sand green heavy, which means this sort of release season, I suppose, a lot of sand green, which is kind of cool. All right, Alex is completely enchanted, just about. I don't know if they've made the enchanted legs yet for Minecraft. That's on its way. It's got to be. I would never do that either. Yeah, I know you wouldn't, Rocky. Never smash up the... Oh, they have a super cool build for the potions. Hold on. I noticed this when I was looking at the box. It's like, oh, hey, we just got a new follower on Twitch. Welcome. Thank you for jumping on. I did notice this. I'm about to build them, and this is like one of my favorite aspects of the build, at least from what I could tell from the box. And it's such a simple, easy way to make a potion. Actually, they might have done this in like the witch set, maybe. Where's Steve's head? Did I lose his head? Out of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Okay, there we go. Now he's got his head and an enchanted pickaxe. So everything's enchanted. In fact, yeah, I don't know if you can get any items that are not enchanted in this set. They're all that nice sort of pink purple color. And all right, let's do the elements. So the first box, the first bag, I should say, it's all element building. And I can't wait to build up the, oh yeah, here we go. Right after, this is a bucket of milk, by the way. There's milk in there. Because that's what you need at the bottom of the ocean. It's the #1 thing you always need. Now look at these minifig heads. This is so cool. So one's a heal potion, one is a water breathing potion. And we've got this little, this little stud piece with a little inverted, with a little kind of tube or, it's the same width as a bar. You put that in upside down on top of your potions, and then you add a little brown bottle cap or a little cork, and there it is. So that acts as kind of like the neck of the potion that doesn't have any liquid in there. Doesn't that look good? It's so simple, but like they could have made that build for a potion a long time ago, but they never did until now. Or maybe they might have done it in one of a previous Minecraft set. But I don't think they did. I think that's the first time around, and it looks good. Looks very good. You're lucky to get these. We are very lucky to get these. Yeah, we're super happy that LEGO sent this over to us. It's like it was kind of funny too, because it was a little bit out of the blue. It was kind of like, hey, by the way, we're sending, like, they didn't even ask us. It was funny. They were just like, hey, we're sending them to you. And I was like, oh. Okay.
The Minecraft team likes us for some reason.
I think they do. I think the Minecraft team does like us. I remember we did not Minecraft from the game, but I think it was like I did a review on the Fortress or something a long time ago, and one of the guys from the Lego Minecraft team was like, "Hey, can we like put your review up on our Facebook?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." So maybe they're paying attention and they're like, well, I think we've consistently been like, I think we've been actually like pretty nice in terms of like just the way we like the sets. I can't remember the last time I was like disappointed with the Minecraft
It's
set.
not biased, by the way.
It's not. It is our own opinion. No, I'm just saying.
We're
but
not,
like
getting paid for it.
no, gosh, I wish
It's the worst.
one day, but I don't think that's happening. But yeah, check this out, man. So much sand green. This is going to be like one of the more common colors, I think, of 2017. Well, maybe not, but definitely it's not going to be an uncommon color. for the switch. Of course, I'm still losing parts. It's the nature of the game. Jack, can you do the flying jelly subset after tomorrow or the Garma mech? It's all happening. It's all happening. Let's see. What was the one that was like super popular from yesterday? We did that vote. I know Mike's doing the next stream after this. He's going to start a stream right after I finish this one. And I believe... Ooh, wait a second. What's coming out this way? Look at that. First of all, doesn't that look kind of like the... I feel like that could be used for like a really large version of... what's his name? Plankton from SpongeBob. If you made like a Plankton that was like regular scale...
Like
Doesn't it look like his eye? But it's cool. It's a printed piece that's on the inverted tile studs. So that's kind of cool because this is going to make up the eye for our, I think this is the regular Guardian, and then there's going to be an Elder Guardian, which is going to get even bigger. So very cool. I sub to you. Awesome channel. Thank you. Diagold Beast. What is your favorite Lego set? Mine is the Ferrari set. Ooh, Ferrari F40. We like the Ferrari F40. That was, I believe the Ferrari F40 was the first ever episode. It does. Yeah, look, there's Plankton. Here, well, let's bring it into the... Like, yeah, so there's Plankton from Lego, and then there's this.
You guys can imagine
that
how
is pretty
expensive
good.
This sticker was to get.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this
like
one sticker for
20
Plankton
bucks
is
for a
like...
sticker or something?
Yeah, he's like super collectible. Oh yeah, we lost it or something. We like couldn't find it for the longest time.
Buy another one.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Dude, it's so nice outside. It's like
I know.
Let's go to the beach.
Yeah, I know. It's just like the weather is like perfect right now in San
I had to go to the
Diego.
post office at my place here. Like, I just came out from the post office. Like the birds are singing. It's like, you know, perfect breeze. It's not too hot.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not working tonight.
Man, yeah. Weather is nice. When the weather gets nice outside, it becomes harder and harder to stay inside. Oops, I should have attached these little orange clips. First, can you want us? You want me to tell you a story? I love BrickVault. Thank you. All right. So it's afternoon in my country. Sander.
Quick announcement. We gotta thank those guys because I think we broke the highest view count for a day.
Oh no, it's our third highest. It's our third highest view count that we've ever had in the history of the channel.
So whoever's watching.
Yeah, we've been having some.
Up.
Yeah, thank you. I have a feeling there's maybe quite a few newer people watching the channel,
we had, like,
so welcome.
Third or second highest sub
Jack, what is everybody like on Jack?
on Friday?
Yeah, we got a lot of new subs kind of jumping in within this last couple of days, really, half a week, which is awesome. I think that has a lot to do with just some traffic from some of the new sets that we've been reviewing. So hello and welcome if you're new, and yeah, man, this has been a good week. Crazy busy. I stayed, dude. I finished the edit.
Saw, like, it's a good edit.
I finished the edit and I linked whoever I needed to link for it, but like I left at like 2.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I left the office at 2 yesterday.
You don't stay too late. Which part of it could you understand?
I'm telling you guys, this is Lego all day, every day. It's all we do.
Jack, get a day off or something.
Yeah, guys. I left this office 2 a.m. Sometimes it's funny. I've got like an extra mattress at my apartment, and I was like seriously considering bringing it and putting it underneath the city or something. Just bringing a mattress into the studio and just being like,
if you're bringing your bed to an office, you're crazy.
It was like an extra mattress that like one of my roommates had, and I was just like,
don't you ever do
maybe maybe I'll do it.
Don't do it. I had a guy.
Look at this. So many awesome lavender tile pieces. That's
For
so cool.
PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Yeah.
The corporation in Warsaw, Poland.
Okay.
And in his internship, he was working that crazy hours that he did have like a small tent
Oh no, he had
and
a
an
tent in his
actual
office.
inflatable bed in his office.
Oh no.
And that was internship.
That's
It was paid internship.
well, internships are the worst though. They're
he
like
was
notoriously the
weekends
worst.
in the office to get things done.
Uh,
It was nuts.
it sounds like a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. I think he quit up like 3
Ooh,
months
check this out. This is a not so common piece. This is the single 1x1. Usually it's studs on all side or studs on opposing sides, but this corner one I think was introduced last season. And once this thing comes out for light gray, I have a way to remodify the Rick and Morty Butterbot because the arms are a little bit weak. And once this thing comes out in gray, I know how to make them stronger. It's so weird when you put something together. Like I was working out the.
Is that like a puffer fish?
They're called Guardians,
Oh.
but like they look like pufferfish. Yeah, they're called. This is the Guardian, and I'm building the Elder Guardian.
Oh,
They're-
nice.
Yeah, so it's a little bit weird how like I've got like builds that I've done, and then I know how they are in the inside because like I know the weak parts and the parts I don't like about my mock, and then I look at this piece and I'm just like, that's the piece I need. It's not in the color yet, but like eventually it will appear in the color that I need, and then boom, I'll be able to put together the part that like I was always sort of self-conscious about or like always wanting to change. So yeah, this corner piece is something that I need in light bluish gray. And once I get that, boom. Oh wow, these pieces are following everywhere. Steek09 following on Twitch. Welcome, thank you,
This
sir.
is a Justice League piece, right?
That is from
It
Justice
was in
League.
Destiny's Bounty. People were freaking out.
Oh yeah.
You put it there, I think.
I don't think so.
I
It
don't
was
know.
probably just on the table. They were next to each other on the table, and they got confused. You put that in Destiny's Bounty set
I
review?
didn't say anything about it. Is that a map?
No, yeah,
That's
it's
like a Justice League mother.
yeah, it's like a thing that Batman had. It's with the movie. Whatever. That's pretty funny. Apparently, Mike put a Justice League
like
item.
A teaser for the next review.
Well, it will be. I mean, that'll be coming out this week, maybe today. I feel like I'm gonna be able to get so much more done today now that I've finished that other really big edit. Let's collectible minifigs, Lego Ninjago movie. Jonathan, what are you saying? You know what? I need to do. I need to go to another store. I don't want to go back to the Legoland store just because it's far, and actually, I don't know if I can spend $25 there, and then I'd have to. No, I can't go back to the Legoland store to get the last collectible minifig for Ninjago. So I have to wait till they come out into the stores and get the one. I'm missing one. One. Are you going to review the Flying Fox? Absolutely. Flying Fox is going to be reviewed maybe today. I'm going to finish this and then hop on a review that isn't done yet. So it's probably going to be the Flying Fox that I hop on. So I hope to finish the edit for that today. In fact, you know what? I am going to finish the Flying Fox edit today. I also want to work on this one that I'm working on right now for a review to come out. And we actually do have another exclusive Minecraft early set to review, but I don't think we're going to do that as a live stream for today. Maybe hold off for tomorrow. Pokemaster 6150 just jumping on Twitch. Thank you for following, sir. Always appreciate. Ooh, check this out. Another great print. Is this the one? Nope. There's an upside down. There it is. Here's the printed piece. So there we go. We have a nice, great little big, not little. That's the print for the Cyclops eye for the Elder Guardian. Let's see if we can't. Okay, this is a ×3 build, so let's knock this out. Okay. What is the worst set you have ever built? The worst set I've ever built? In terms of just like regular build and just not being into the physical aspect, I gotta say the Hulk versus Red Hulk build, it was terrible. And the actual build of the vehicles were just, it was basically like, we want to make these big figs that we know everyone will want, and let's just put them on something that like it was just not good. They really weren't very good. Both of them. Both of the vehicles for Red Hulk. I like the figs. The minifigs were good. The big figs were good. And that's why they made them, because they knew people were going to like them. But, you know, when it feels like they just made a set with sort of great figs and, like, not that great of a build, it feels a little bit underwhelming. Honestly, the Deadpool set was a little bit like that. The helicopter was okay for the Deadpool set, but it wasn't that good. It was a little bit awkward. I was looking at it the other day and I was like, oh, this is kind of an awkward build for a helicopter. And that was basically the whole set. It was like a helicopter and then a motorcycle piece and some cool minifigs. So, but that wasn't nearly as gratuitous. The Hulk versus Red Hulk was definitely it's kind of like the worst example of just like, let's just put a great figs in a bad build. Let's see, what's your favorite Minecraft set? Fortress. The Fortress set for Minecraft. I like that one a lot. It was just this great happy medium between a really cool set of builds you could do because it was so modular. And I think I liked it because it was also the first time Minecraft really embraced the modularity of a Minecraft set. They had alternate builds and stuff before, but that was the first time they were like, let's just make the entire set out of a bunch of modular pieces. And I was like, this is awesome! And then they kind of kept doing that, and I like that. Has some nice new dark red pieces at least. Yeah, that's true. The helicopter did have some good pieces in it, but the actual build I didn't think was that great. That Deadpool, though, I mean, how could you not get that set? That was like, we were so happy to pick that one up. That was kind of funny. Deadpool, I didn't realize like just how popular that figure could be, because we got that set like kind of like a long while after it was released, and it still did quite well as a review video. Oops, hold on. This actually should be flipped around the other direction. You know what? I'm just gonna flip them upside down. I should have put it on the other way. Come on, buddy. Oh, I'm breaking everything off now. Hold on. I'll fix it. Come on, there we go. All right. Jack, should I get a Ghostbusters Firehouse or classic Batcave or a Slave One? Oof, Rocky, that is... okay. I loved the classic Batcave. I really, really, really did. I really loved the classic Batcave set, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be it's the set for you necessarily. You know, something that I would consider as awesome, it doesn't necessarily have to be or would not be the same for others. But if I had to choose between, oh gosh, the Slave One though, I don't know. Oh dang it, I put this in the wrong way again too. Why did I do that? Okay. There we go. There we go. It's a really cool little build. Okay. Let's bring this back out there. Alright, Jack, should I build the 4449 Lego Daylight or the 1225? Man, I don't know. Those are some old sets you're referencing, dude. I cannot remember the exact ones that you're referencing right now. Should I get the new Destiny bounties, Jack? Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel weird recommending, like, just directly recommending, yes, buy this set, yes, buy that set, you know. I can say that I liked it. I can say that I really liked it. I can say that compared to a lot of the stuff that has been released in the year 2017 so far, it is one of the better deals in terms of pieces, and it is also one of the higher quality sets. So I can highly recommend it as just a generally good Lego set. But remember, it is 100% on you on whether or not you want to or don't want to buy the Lego set. I always just feel weird. Like, I don't want to, like, ever directly reference being like, yes, this is, you go out, you buy this. I don't think you're ever going to hear me say those words. Mike says those words all the time, but he has no shame. But here we go. This is cool, man. Wow, that was a great little cinch up. There's a bunch of great little studs sticking out, but the whole thing is now completely covered up. There's 0 open studs. It's all plated. Lots of nice sharp corners and stuff, but no actual studs. So we're nearly there with the Guardian, or sorry, the Elder Guardian. And then we're probably, I think there might be some more accessories in the next bag, but maybe not. Maybe we're moving on. Okay. And this is the tail. Guardian's got himself a little tail. Nearly there. Okay. You can hear, I was here the last 3 live streams. Boom. Yeah, this has been quite a week. This was something that we kind of talked about last big the last big release for Somersets and what. Ooh, hold on, I put that on the wrong way. Yeah, we talked about just saying, okay, you know what, the next time a bunch of sets are released, maybe we'll just try to get a bunch of the reviews out like relatively fast. And that's what we did. We kind of just. Oh, that's weird. Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is the Elder Guardian. It's pretty cool. Not a big fan of how the undersides kind of show up a bit on the top, but to have this little piece down here at the bottom for a little bit more accuracy, I suppose that makes sense. Yeah, very cool. All right, we are done with this. Yeah, and the next set. Sorry, the next bag is also going to be a bit of accessory building, and then just barely moving on to the beginning of the actual Ocean Monument. I was here the last few. Hey Jack, should I buy a 2016 Death Star? You know, people love to hate on that set because it is a more expensive version of a nearly identical Death Star set. But you know what? Lego brought that set back because it was good. They brought it back because it was good and because they knew people were still going to get it. Are you going to live stream later? Mike will probably be live streaming later after I finish this. He'll jump on. Probably with the Water Strider. We did a vote yesterday and the Water Strider was very much second place for what people wanted to see. So you guys can keep asking me, but I'm still gonna say the Water Strider's probably after this. I really like the Garmadon mech coming up, but we are probably doing that one next. Ooh, here we go. Right, I almost forgot about this guy. Where is that? There it is. So we've got another great. Now, Minecraft is interesting. I don't know how it started, but Minecraft is like the only, not the only, but it's one of the few lines where they just don't have stickers. They just don't. And I'm trying to think for like, oh, there it is, the one piece I was looking for. Out of any of the themes for this most recent year, I think it is like the only stickerless. Whoa. Okay, once again, don't know if it's new, don't know if it's old, but I haven't seen this. So it's got the opening for a Technic pin. So you can put a Technic pin right through it, and it's just 4 vertical clips. Sorry, that is cool. Yeah, and it just sticks right on there. And it doesn't have a lot of, it doesn't spin around easily, but that's because it's a black Technic pin that it's pushing through. It would spin if you had it on a gray pin. Very interesting. New pieces. I'm seeing so many new pieces. Why did you start the channel? Because we love Lego. And I didn't want to have a real job, even though I was editing until 2 a.m. last night. Jack, there are Lego stores at Disneyland, California. Oh, yeah, there are. I remember actually talking with one of the people that was working there. Yeah, I never actually went to the Disneyland Lego store. I've heard good things. We were actually living pretty close to there, or I was for a while. Look at this. Weird. Okay, so these are gold blocks. These are things that you can, sort of mine and discover. But they don't have a pearl gold 2x2. So what you're supposed to do is actually just put 3 plates. Remember, 3 plates is the exact same height as what a normal brick would be. And that's it. So they don't have the bricks for 2x2s for gold in this color, but they wanted to make it for Minecraft, so they just made, so you just stack a ton of 2x2 gold plates. So you get a ton of pearl gold for this, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's too bad that it just comes in this, just comes in a 2x2 like this, but very interesting. It almost feels like a little bit of a, feels kind of like a waste. Like, it would have been better to not use so much, because you have so much extra plastic and stuff in there. It would have been cooler to get that as a regular block. But anyways, Jack, what's your favorite video game and why? Favorite video game? I really like Zelda Ocarina of Time, the old one from N64. Man, that was a fun game. And I just played a little bit of the new Zelda game on Twitch, but I never, just barely. I mean, just on the, did I say Twitch? I meant to say Switch. Jack, amazing burn, have you ever made me happy to see my favorite person on earth? Oh, thank you, Tam. I always read people's comments, the long ones. I always just read in a weird voice. I can't help it. Jack, who you're favoriting? What's your favorite Star Wars set? My favorite Star Wars set, guys. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let's move on. These are the gold blocks, but we're building up some sponges now. Favorite Star Wars set in the description below. We've got frequently asked questions, but it is UCS Slave 1. We have a modified version of that actually in the studio. Let's see. All right. Yep, it's the standard build that you have for pretty much all of the Minecraft elements. Whatever type of ore you're looking for, it's always the same sort of build. But this is not ore. This is a sponge. And specifically because you can see the, sorry, that's a bit out of whack, but these are gray circular round studs. So those are gray because it's a dry sponge. The sponge has 0 moisture, so it's kind of grayed out a bit. You can't see the water trapped inside, whereas the one, actually I have to build 2 of these. These ones are wet sponges. So the idea is to get into the ocean monument, you've got to soak up some of the water by the entrance. And yeah, so you're going to be able to switch out the sponge pieces and then also dry off the sponge pieces on the furnace.
Wow, Jack.
What's up?
We are 1 follower short from 600 on Twitch.
Whoa, we're 1 follower short from 600 on Twitch? That is crazy.
Kudos to Twitch, guys.
Kudos to Twitch. You guys, people have been jumping on Twitch like crazy. I feel like it was like 2 weeks ago when we were at like a 200 or something. That's nuts. What is your favorite Lego piece? The 2x4 brick. Gotta go old school, man. You can still build so much with the 2x4 brick. We've got a Lego Star Wars life-size Stormtrooper helmet in the back. And it's not made just of 2x4s, but the vast majority of it is made with 2x4s. And it's amazing. It's like one of the coolest things we have in the studio. Jack, I bet you can't finish this in half an hour, in an hour and a half. Yeah, you're probably right. It's over 1,000 pieces. Yeah, you are correct. What's up? If I could bring back 1 theme, what would it be? Okay, if I could bring back an old theme, I would want to bring back Ice Planet because that's my personal classic space. That's what I think of as classic space because that was my first space theme when I was young. So I would bring back Ice Planet if I could bring back a theme, and then for a new theme, actually this goes in line with one of the previous questions. What's my favorite video game? I would love a Zelda themed line. Imagine each set being a different temple, and you have like a different tunic, you'd have different weapons, accessories, But it would also be, you know, there'd be booby traps, and it'd be, oh man, it'd be so cool. I think a Zelda themed line. Boom! Jack, my phone is about to die. Oh no! I'm Mr. B6. Look at me. I can't help it. I shouldn't entertain that, but I can't help it. Mr. Meeseeks. There's I think minifigs.me does a Meeseeks fig. He looks okay, but the thing is, there's a perfect piece to use for a Meeseeks head. It's the gingerbread man, but they just haven't made that in blue. If they make that in blue, then I think minifigs.me would probably be able to do the dopest Mr. Meeseeks minifigure ever. But until then, you're going to have to use a regular round head for him. Jack, if you could bring back a set, what would it be? Mine would be the Emerald Knight. Oh, bring back? Oh, I'd bring back the, okay, well, I was about to say UCS Falcon, but if the UCS Falcon is indeed, if the rumors are true and it is indeed on its way back already, you'd have to choose another one. I'd bring back, I want the motorized AT-AT. I want to do the motorized AT-AT, so I'd bring back that. But maybe have it, like, updated and cooler. Because the build for it isn't, like, phenomenal. It's just okay. Okay. Jack, Ocarina of Time is my favorite game of all time. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We could, honestly, I would be totally satisfied to just do an Ocarina of Time theme for Lego. That, like, I mean, I was saying just Zelda, but, like, specifically we could just do Ocarina of Time, and I would be happy as heck. Okay. But yeah, no, it would be awesome. I really, really think that would, I think it would be great actual sets. I mean, so Lego got Sonic. So they were talking with Sega and they got Sonic as a license. So they managed to do that. I'm just thinking, I'm like, what could they do for Nintendo? What could they do? I don't know if Lego wants to jump into those themes. I think they, oh God, I think it would work though. I really do think it would work. Oh, we got ourselves a little furnace. What's going on over here? Looks like we got a couple more jumper pieces that I wasn't putting down. And let's build up our furnace, like always. Okay, we got a little print here. I might make it to the second stream today. All right, work for Lego. Yes, UCS Millenium Falcon is coming back. 800 euro though. Oh, yeah, the rumors. That's what that's what everybody's saying. They're saying $800 or 800 euro for the new UCS Falcon. It should come with like an insane amount of figs though. It's supposed to come with like every fig that you would want from the original trilogy, plus any fig that you would want or would be appropriate for also Star Wars Force Awakens. So, or maybe just the next trilogy. So it doesn't have to maybe totally pertain to just Force Awakens. It could be characters that maybe we're going to see in Last Jedi. Who knows? All right. So we've got ourselves the spare parts here. All the elements are made. I think this isn't going to attach to the, well, it's not underwater. So it's not going to attach, I don't believe, to the ocean monument. And now I'm going to move this out of the way, open up bag number tray, and tray, and here we go. Let's do this. Jack is going to be the second stream after this. I'm not going to be in the second stream. Mike, you're doing the second stream, right? Yeah, Mike's doing the second stream. What is your favorite FNAF fig? Oh no, I'm going to show my lack of knowledge. What is FNAF? Five Nights at Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know anything about that game. Sorry. What's the YouTuber that does all the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff? There's like one guy that does like, it's like the Lego builds for him though. Yeah. What's his name? Oh yeah, yeah, BrickVault. Yeah, he's the guy that is all about Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah.
I think it's a company that McFarlane's owning.
Oh really? I mean, it does super well. People seem to like it a lot. What is your favorite Lego Brickheads figure? Official Lego Brickheads? Favorite would be Black Widow. I liked Black Widow a lot. I think she, I think the build for her hair is pretty amazing. Let's see, other Brickheads. Unofficial Lego Brickheads are the Rejected series by, who does Rejected again? Yeah, Rejects, not Ian Heath's. Ian Heath? Yeah, Ian Heath does Rejects Brickheads, and they're hilarious. They're so... Well, yeah, but that's, if you read his description, they're Rejected Brickheads figs. That's like the theme is like people submitted, or like, you know, it's a submission of like Brickheads that are just all kind of morphed and looking weird. His Disney princesses are so funny. And his Star Wars ones are great too. He's doing a third round of rejects. So yeah, you guys should check out those ridiculous mocks because they're hilarious. I'm just flipping this over now. Okay, good. I flipped it over sort of preemptively, but I think I was right. Okay. Let's put these all together. Tell Mike to eat a chili pepper on camera. That's an actual comment, Mike. Someone wants to eat you a chili pepper on camera.
No, I'm not making myself
Mike isn't good with spicy food, usually. So it'd be really funny to see him eat chili pepper. Oh, man. That'll be... He says he'll do it for $1,000. I don't even know. If it's $1,000, we better make you eat the Carolina Reaper, dude. The hottest one. Gosh, I do get a huge kick though watching the First We Feast guys. You know what I'm talking about? Those guys are that's such a simple yet somewhat genius plan for a TV show where they just get celebrities to come on and they just give them a chili pepper, or no, they eat wings and hot sauce. And then they just interview them just like any other interview, but the whole time each question is kind of like a series of different types of hot sauce, and they get hotter and hotter and hotter. And they it's so simple, but it's pretty funny to see people freak out when they're eating the super crazy hot chilies. Jack, what is your favorite? I don't have a favorite Galador set. Do I like Steve or Alex more? Steve. How's the Imperial Army coming along? It's, oh gosh, it's so frustrating because I've got them already. I got all the weapons. I replaced those stud guns with blasters because I complain about them so much. I figured I'm just going to switch them out myself. So it's ready to go, and I've got all of these ideas. I've got a list of things that I want to do for this fun Imperial Army episode, and no time to do it. I was here until 2 a.m. getting some other stuff done. I've got this huge project that I finished editing, but it's only like the first half of a two-parter. So it's just like, it just never stops. It just never stops. It never gets any easier. But anyways, yes, it is coming. It's just the landslide of projects keeps piling up. And we're still trying to do stuff with our website. That's something that we're hoping to have up and operating by the end of this month. Tentatively, there's no promises on that. This is not like any kind of official announcement, but that is something we're working on. So yes, the Imperial Army, it's coming. The episode for it, I'm like really excited. I keep telling people about like what I want to do for it. I'm like, it's gonna be so fun. Like I can't wait. But I just keep on not making it because I ain't got no time. You see, I have the black Millennium Falcon. Oh, took 3 years to collect all the parts for a black. I've seen that. I've seen the black Millennium Falcon, and it's amazing. I also saw a guy that I thought it was kind of genius how he did the sort of rainbow multicolored Falcon, where it's just like, all right, this set is like insanely hard to get all the proper parts for. Oh, we just got another follower on Twitch. Welcome, sir. Thank you for jumping on the stream. And I'm missing that. Okay, there we go. It's like the biggest piece in this pile. Okay. Yeah. So I've seen the Black Falcon. It really looks cool. I'm like wondering. I was thinking about it the other day, and I feel like I know people have done a steampunk Falcon, but I would love to see like a Falcon in like a cool like dark red with like some browns and maybe a couple of like smaller orange highlights, but like keep it kind of like a dark red Falcon. I was like, what would it take? I'm sure that would be even more expensive probably in that color, but look cool. Everyone, guess how long you think it will take Jack to build the set? You know what? I built at a pretty decent pace yesterday. I think that was fine. I was like, I think I'd finished the build at like a little over 3 hours, the actual building portion of the episode. And that was like almost 1,500 pieces. I was like, that's fine. Like, I'm happy with that pace. I'm not like any speed builder, but like I think that's an appropriate pace for myself. Let's see. This, okay, yeah, these are gonna match up. It's an interesting little connection here, and we are good. Okay. Still trying to get the Justice League sets. You should do custom figures. We did that one episode that was actually kind of fun. I was just messing around one day in the studio, and I just pulled out our box of old spare figs. We have a lot of other figs that we can't fit on display and that we can't fit in the city. So I was just messing around with them. That was actually pretty fun. I was thinking about making that sort of a regular thing on the show, but just haven't gotten around to it. Also, I feel like those episodes would become kind of old if I did them a bunch, but I do want to do it again because that is kind of fun messing around with spare figs and just kind of designing your own for whatever purposes. I do like some of the really I keep getting really tempted to start showcasing like figs that, like professionally designed figs for people that actually sell them and stuff online. I keep getting tempted to do episodes on them because some of them are amazing. Some of them are so cool. And the quality of them, the way they're printed on, they're basically just as good as any other Lego-made custom figure. They just are whatever people want to make. There's a handful that are out there that I love so much. But I haven't made them yet. Oop, another follower. People jumping on. How do you not pass out from all these streams? The trick is I am actually passed out right now. I'm just a really good sleep talker. That's the actual trick to it. Now, I do get kind of tired. It's crazy. I feel like I'm running on sort of the exhausted energy because I was streaming yesterday and doing some edits, and I stayed up crazy late finishing an edit. But oddly, I feel fine right now. I'm just wondering if at like a certain point in the day, I'm just going to be sitting there and just boom, my head's just going to hit the desk and I'm just going to like fall asleep. I hope that doesn't happen because I want to have everything set up. You know what I realized, Mike? We need to get more batteries. Our batteries are messed up for our cameras. And we're going to Comic-Con. I'm going to see if I can't find like a camera store because I don't think I can order something within the time. Or maybe I can. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will. I'll order like right after the stream. And we should be fine. We're going on Friday to Comic-Con, I believe. Boom. Jack, do you think Indiana Jones sets will make a comeback because of the new movie? I hope, Mr. Phantom. I hope. I really do. I feel like I've mentioned that at gosh, I can't remember. This feels like something I've talked about with somebody at some point. But yes, that would be amazing because that's the reason why the Indiana Jones sets came in the first place was because of the Crystal Skull movie, which, you don't have to like the movie, but it did give you the opportunity to get some old classic Indiana Jones sets, and I think people really liked them, so it would be great if they could reacquire the license and make other classic scenes that we still didn't get. There's a million things they could still do with it. There really is. There's so much more they could do with Indiana Jones that I think people would still like a lot. So I hope, Mr. Phantom, you are better than Mike. Oh, all caps. 5 exclamation, 10 exclamation marks. I'm just saying that loud enough so Mike can hear me say it. All right. How are you all doing today? Well, Vintage Bricks, I can say that I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking, and I certainly hope everybody else in the stream is doing well. This is like, it's actually a very good week. Good weather, Comic-Con at the end of the week. Got stuff happening. Weather's nice, birds are chirping. Feels like, yeah, things are looking up. What is your favorite superhero, Batman? See how long I had to hesitate and think about that? It's really, really a tough choice for me. What is the email for the mock pictures? Email for that is BrickVaultFanMocks@gmail. BrickVaultFanMocks@gmail.com. I believe that's it. Jack, do you think the new Millennium Falcon will even be bigger than the Taj Mahal? $800 is a lot. Yes, I do. I think I mean, this is pure speculation, but if it's going to cost $800 and it's going to be as amazing as everybody is sort of hoping and thinking, and I think it's going to be the largest single set in the history of the of Lego. The next UCS Falcon. That is my... Ooh, Anonymous just joined again. I've seen Anonymous join our subscriber list probably like 5 times now. But welcome. Thanks for 7. Tony DK jumping in, subbing. Who else? Assassin Matt, Tio Natacho, Long Lost Games, Kaiju World, Eric Brown, YOLO Games, Slixel, No Limit JJ Gaming, Robert Surratt Gaming, Cave Gene, Hamad Altai, Tori Hussey, Tyler Usa, Sans Skeleton. Boom! People are jumping in. I'm just looking back through some of the previous subs, giving little shout outs. Joe Healy. Okay. Boom. All right. This is bag number 4. 4 out of 8. So when I finish with this, we'll be halfway through. We're coming in at the hour mark here, so I might go a little over 2 hours for the stream. Willem, it'd be funny if the Falcon was... Yeah, they just charge $800 for a Falcon microfighter. That would be the ultimate troll stunt. Lego would, I think, lose a lot of longtime fans. All right, hold on. Let me move all these elements out of the way because they're not really adding to the area, and they're kind of just getting in the way of actual building. So let me move them out. Jack, what do you think of the Last Jedi sets? I think altogether they're pretty strong. I was pleasantly surprised by the look of Snoke's guard, that red guy. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of the sets. Dude, he looks cool with like the layered sort of armor on the outside, and the shape of the helmet is pretty cool. I think those guards are gonna be cool, and I heard that there's gonna be some sort of like battle scene. Like there's like a reason why the guard are there, because you never see the guards fight in any of the original films. So it would be amazing to see the guard go at it this time around, and really you get to actually see, you know, like what did these guys have to do? How good do they have to be the personal guard to like the Emperor or to Snoke or to whoever's already a really, really powerful, insanely strong Jedi who is essentially untouchable, but it's like, oh no, he's got guards though. He's got people next to him that are also like crazy good fighters that can be helpful, actually helpful in a battle. So anyways, that was just something. Look at, you know what I realized? That's a 1x6. Are there any 1x8s? Dude, 1x6 sand green. I think the green grocer just got a lot cheaper to make on BrickLink. Give it a little bit of time for the prices to readjust. But these bricks right now on BrickLink, I think, are like crazy expensive. So, I mean, they won't be now because you can get them all easily. So, yeah, dude, I think this is changing the game. Look at all these 1x6s. Hey, Mike, can you very quickly check the price on how much a 1x6 brick costs on BrickLink right now? Yeah, a 1x6 sand green. Because I remember looking this up like, I want to say 6 months ago. I was like, how much would it cost to make the green grocer? And then the sand green bricks were like insanely expensive. And I was just like, nope, not happening. BrickLink 1x6 sand green. Because I think they only came out like in the green grocer and maybe like one other set.
Brick, right?
Yeah, brick. Just a regular old 1x6 brick. No plates, nothing special, nothing fancy. Sand green. Like the, you know what I'm talking about? Sort of like the hospital-y green. Why does that look a little bit off? Oh, yeah, I know. There we go. Okay, we're adding these together now.
Well, in new condition, they go as cheap as 45 cents.
In new condition, oh, they're only 45 in new?
Yeah, 1x6.
What's the most expensive version of them? I mean, that's still not cheap for a 1x6, but...
You can buy them used for like...
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. What about a 1x8?
34 cents.
Check out a 1x8. Because I know there's like one of them is like insanely expensive. I just have a feeling. I was like, man, these are like not common bricks. Ooh, here we go. So we're building out the base of this massive 1x8. I know that like they're not cheap bricks.
1x8 goes in used condition for like $2.
Okay, yeah, there it is. The 1x8s. Those were the expensive ones.
In new condition they go for $4.
And you need like a ton of them to do the green grocer. Yep. Okay, so the 1x6 greens are actually a little bit more reasonably priced, but if you were to go 1x8s... See, the thing is like you could get away with building the green grocer and just switching out anything 1x8 with 1x6 and, you know, like 1x2s. I don't think you could get away with that, I think, pretty easily. So, yeah. Yep. All right, we're putting this whole thing together, by the way. I'm not even bothering to put this whole bottom piece down for right now. Actually, maybe we should. Just need to give myself enough space. Do you watch Jake Paul? LOL. No. I've only seen the H3 thing on him. Yeah, I don't do like the Vine stuff as much. I kind of like some of the Vine stuff. Like a while ago. I don't know. I just haven't watched Vine in forever. I mean, they killed the Vine. They killed Vine, but no, I don't know. More of a YouTube person. Sometimes a Vimeo video will do you good, but there aren't really like channels on Vimeo the same way there are channels on YouTube. Jack, is a Ninjago movie set next for the next stream? I believe it is, sir. I believe it is. We're going by sort of, I want to say popular demand. People had certain types of sets they wanted to see.
I kind of want to do the ice tank.
You like the ice tank?
Yeah.
Nobody asked for, well, no, not nobody, but not as many people were asking for the ice tank. You're the one that's all about it. Personally, I don't think the ice tank looks like, I thought my first impressions from the sets, I thought the ice tank was the weakest of the new ones. But that's just my own bias. The Purple Crafter, welcome. Thanks for subbing. People are jumping on like it ain't no thing. Okay, here we go. So we're going to add this piece, and then we got another couple of... Gosh, the sand green bricks, it just gives me so much joy to just be building with this color in just regular bricks. and so much of it. I'm telling you, Greengrocer is going to be a much cheaper set to build. Maybe even turn this set into the Greengrocer. All right, let's get this in there. You guys watch H3H3. That's like one of my favorite YouTubers right next to you guys. Boom. Yes, we love H3H3. I was thinking about making H3H3 a beanie plaque, like a beanie in a plaque, but completely out of Lego. I just haven't gotten around to it. Like just as like just total fanboy beeswax, just like H3, I think you guys are awesome. I was thinking about doing it. I was like, oh, that'd be pretty funny. Because you know he has the beanie and the plaque from like way back. I was like, that would be actually pretty funny, like mock up to do. Trying to think. Yeah, no, their stuff is awesome. I think right now they're probably like my favorite YouTubers. Okay, let's see. Alright. This song sounds like, it sounded like a classic rock song. I was like, is this a licensed song? But no, I don't think it is. I can't tell anymore because we've been playing so much of our old songs that I'm like, this sounds really familiar, but like maybe this is just a regular song that isn't actually licensed. Oh, this is like, hardly any of these actually came in plate form this time. You guys watch Jang Bricks? Yeah, on occasion. I think this has been asked before. We don't really watch like a lot of reviews from other channels because it's like, we review stuff too, so I feel like we don't really get a lot out of that by watching. And I seriously doubt a lot of other review channels would be watching our reviews as well. But when there's like cool content or like special content coming from other Lego channels, yeah, we'll watch that stuff, like city videos and just kind of like maybe how-tos and tutorials and stuff. We'll watch those videos usually. And Jang's pretty good with that. Like, I really like this history of Lego, like the history of the Lego brick. I thought that was a really good episode.
We got a bit on Twitch from Willem for congratulations on 600 followers.
Oh, we just got bits from Willem.
It was 20 minutes ago.
Sorry, Willem, I missed your bit. Where do I find it? This is the thing. Is like we keep on trying to set it up, and I just keep on not seeing it. So
show on screen, but
where on
this is
screen?
YouTube.
Where on screen do they show? Because if they showed on screen, I would see them. Yeah, we still haven't figured out our full setup necessarily for.
They show for like 10 seconds on the screen.
Yeah, that's not.
Which
That's
is like
never gonna work.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. But yesterday I had like opened Streamlabs on this window, so I saw everything that's happening on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like another window we have to follow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's put that on the checklist. Let's put that on the checklist for our stream stuff. Do I play Minecraft? Not really, no. I played it way back, and it was kind of fun, like back in the beginning. Like this stuff that I'm building now, I'm aware.
You should make a plankton with the Guardian Eye. We just like.
Doesn't he look good, the plankton?
Yeah, like someone said it like in the chat.
Yeah.
We figured out like, yeah.
He could be like a life-size plankton. Actually, I think that other plankton's already like a life-size plankton. Come on, buddy. Why does this just not want to fit? There we go. Okay. You guys should make a tutorial channel and make custom Lego stuff. We do custom stuff on occasion. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do tutorial videos on just more efficient ways to order stuff on Bricklink, because I mention Bricklink all the time, and it's the website that essentially every big Lego builder will use if they want to be buying and selling Lego parts. And so I wanted to do some tutorial videos, but I just don't know how well, like, the idea is I just don't know how well they'll actually do. I don't know how much people are gonna like those episodes. But in the future, we're working towards building and creating and doing a lot more how-to stuff for mocks, and like creating instructions and stuff for actual mocks. So that's something that we're kind of working towards and want to expand on. Dude, there's going to be so many of these bricks. I did not realize just how much. It's going to be a lot, though. Oh, boy. Whew. All right. Subscribe. I use BrickLink. Yeah, BrickLink is... There's other buying and selling Lego sites, but none of them really hold a candle. All the really serious builders, I think, are using BrickLink. So, you know, the vast majority of the different kinds of parts are all on BrickLink. There's other people that sell stuff, but there's just better and bigger inventories for usually better prices there. So yeah, it'd be cool because there are things about the site, because it is an old website that hasn't been optimized particularly well. There are things about the site where I'm just like, man, it took me so long to figure out how to do this better, and like this saves so much more time now, and like I'm like, I feel like there'd be certain ways to make videos on like sort of how to optimize your BrickLink experience, because it's a super frustrating website when you first get sort of on it. It is like frustratingly not as good. It's gotten better recently, but man, like a couple of years back for sure, it was kind of a nightmare if you were new to it, because like the interface hadn't been updated since like the early 2000s or something. Now we're building off quite a bit. Look at this. It's just all, I think, is this called forest green? The dark green? I think that's the name of it. Sticky cheese. Have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming? I have not yet. No.
I saw it.
You saw it? Was it good?
Yeah.
Did you see Planet of the Apes?
No. My wife wanted to go, so we were late showing.
Yeah.
It was good. It's good. It's a good Spider-Man.
You know, it's funny. I was just talking to Evie this morning, and she was like, "Yeah, my brother and I both went to the movies, and we couldn't decide." She wanted to see Planet of the Apes. He wanted to see, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and so they just saw different movies. They like went to the theater and then just like went into different movies.
Oh,
I was like, "You wanted to see Planet of the Apes?" Oh, it's terrible. I mean, I don't know. I just feel
good.
Planet of the Apes.
I heard it's good.
Man. I just something about it. It's just like, why are these movies still being made? Like,
No, but like people say it's good.
People say lots of things. People say lots of things. I am skeptical. Jack has a cameo in the Lego movie, and he is the master builder who lives forever. Oh, bam. That would be something. Get a cameo. I actually appeared as an extra in a movie once. It's true. And it was great. I was like in this giant room full of extras in this insane asylum. This is a true story. And everybody, the entire scene of the insane asylum people got cut, except for my scene. I was an extra. I went to India, and I was an extra in a Bollywood movie.
What?
Yeah, dude. It's a true story. You guys want to hear story time? Time I was an extra in a Bollywood film. You can see it. It's a movie that exists.
Oh, I gotta see this.
It's called the movie's called Manu Weds Tanu 2.
Cool.
And it's just like it's just a classic Bollywood shenanigans movie. You know, it's a rom-com. There's this strong-headed woman who doesn't want to marry this guy, but he's like really in love with her, and you know, she's always getting him in trouble. And it's like the premise of and it's like they're in England, and they go to an insane. It's like the most stereotypical, offensive portrayal of like England. It's so funny. Like, this is like a modern day movie taking place in like right now, and they've got like just prisoners in like cages, like screaming and stuff. Like, it was so funny. I was like, why do they think this is how England is? Like, it's like brick walls and like rusty bars and like people like rattling cups on like the bars and stuff, and they're all just like screaming and like and like that was, and I was supposed to be a security guard, and the idea was they get into an argument, and she, I think she like somehow gets him committed to an insane asylum, and then he has to get rescued from the insane asylum. It's like a really dumb premise, but anyways, yeah, I was a security guard, and they dressed me up in this really baggy security guard outfit, and I had to drag the actor. Me and some other guys had to drag the actor out of the building or something when he's getting whatever. But it was weird. It was super strange. It was like the actors were all arguing with the director about like how to do certain scenes, and it was like I felt bad. Some of the extras were like sitting there, you know, and like I didn't have to say anything, so I think I was fine. But like there's this point when like this other lady, she was like an extra who played a nurse, and the actress is like, okay, when I say this to you, I want you to respond this way. And then the director comes up to her and says like, when she says that to you, don't say anything. And then she's like, no, say this. And then she's like, what do I do? And then they're just like, action. She has to like figure out, who do I follow? Like the actress that's like telling me to do things, or the director? Because like they're arguing with each other. But yeah, I played a security guard, and I got to drag some guy out of the room, basically. Good stuff. And one of the studio lights exploded and covered us with glass. That was great. Just like shattered. It was like me and like this other, and like the actress just like got covered in glass. Fortunately, we didn't get cut. Apparently, like the lights are made in a way where when the glass breaks, because apparently it happens all the time, that it kind of crumbles into these like not very painful shards. So we were okay. Believe it or not. Yeah, interesting stuff though. Go to Bollywood. Go to Mumbai, and then get yourself into a Bollywood movie. It's not too hard. I mean, it's a thing that like tourists do when they go there, because Mumbai is the single wait, hold on, I did not attach that to the right section. Mumbai is the single biggest like movie producing city in the world, way more than Hollywood in terms of volume, like so much more. So they're constantly looking for extras all the time in every kind of movie. Like they're always trying to find extras, and they always have like, you know, if you're a tourist, yeah, they need like light-skinned Western people to play extras in a scene where like, oh, we're doing a shot in England, except it's not. It's in a studio in Mumbai. So they take you out there and they pay you for the day. I think they pay you like, you have to be there for like 8 or 12 hours, and they pay you like $8 or something. They pay you nothing, but you know, they feed you, and you do it for like sort of the experience. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was very interesting. The guys that were working there. Sheldon's hair in your banner is still wearing its what? So that's Sheldon's hair in your banner. No, we have not. For all you know, maybe we wanted to mess up Sheldon's hair in the banner. You don't know that. Yeah, we messed up Sheldon's hair in like the video too. We didn't realize that it was the wrong one. Nothing, just like the Sheldon hairpiece for the minifig. It got switched around, I think. Jack, I'm not sure what I did to get the idea to make a better version of this game, because it was very, very much like the one I was playing with my friends. What? Oh, you mean this game? You mean Minecraft? From BrickVault, me and a few other people, the moderators included, do not want a second stream today, please, so don't do one. I don't think you want the chat unmonitored. Ah! No, we're still gonna do a second stream. Nothing. Someone was just saying that the moderators might not be around for the second stream. Yeah. And I'll be on chat or whatever maybe during when you're going and editing and actually no, I'll be shooting for at least the first portion of it. Hey, I have a vintage 1960s wooden storage box. I see. You mean like a Lego wooden storage box? Do you like Marvel or Minecraft better? Marvel. I like Minecraft, but I'm not that involved with the current Minecraft universe. It's not something that I mess around with regularly. Whereas Marvel, all about it. Don't. I just might be on chat. Not for the whole thing. And I'm not a good person to be on chat. You don't like me when I'm on chat. Because I don't say anything. I just delete people. I'm not a good moderator. I'm really not. I'm just like, oh, I didn't like that. Banned forever. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Judge Dredd was a good movie, man. I liked that so much. That was so entertaining. Yeah, that's what I mean, the remake. I don't think I saw the original, but I really liked the remake. Jack, there is a rumor that the new Winter Village set will be a train station, but there's another rumor that there is a candy shop, so I don't really know. But they both sound cool, so I can't complain. That'd be interesting if it was a train station, because they did make the train set last year. So that could be cool if that ends up being the case. I don't know though. Yeah, I haven't heard any legit rumors. I don't know. Usually I almost never listen to like unsubstantiated ones unless it's coming from like there's regular rumor guys on Eurobricks that, you know, people know these guys that are basically they're basically like Lego employees that like Lego hasn't figured out who they are, and so they just keep like leaking information.
They just jump in, like, the next sets are
yeah,
going to this.
and Lego's like, who keeps doing this?
And, like everything they say is true.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
I have the names for the next year's sets. Here we are.
Yeah,
like,
and so there's like there's basically like designated leak people, people that just always have the right information. And then all the other unsubstantiated rumors that I hear are like pretty much never come true.
Sometimes it's just wonder if that's like authorized by Lego to build up hype.
Yeah.
You know, controlled leaks.
Oh, I doubt it. I was talking to a guy at a convention who was like, they want to know who these people are. Like, they want to know who blank is. They want to know who blank is.
Companies do a lot of controlled leaks all the time.
True. True. That is true. But at the same time, when that controlled leak comes out, they don't send NDAs out to stop the images or to stop people reporting on it, which Lego consistently does. So think about that. Like, yeah, they don't. I don't think Lego is happy with people that leak. Yeah, because the game companies will be like, oh no, somebody leaked the new unfinished footage of this game. Now everybody's talking about it, and you're like, all right, they still have embargo of, like, they have image embargo rights over those things. Like, they could, if they wanted to, send strikes onto the leaks if they wanted to, but they don't, you know. So Lego does send the strikes out, and they don't want that stuff out there. Boom. That is my. I'm Mr. Jack the Clone Trooper. Should Lego make what clone trooper? What clone troopers have they? Well. There's a million clone troopers out there, I suppose. I don't know. They've made so many. I couldn't tell you. They've made a million clone troopers. Maybe not a million. They've made... I think our clone trooper collection is like, I don't know, like 40 or 50 different ones. Boom! Jack, do you recommend any 2 Lego sets that are... $200 up? Oh gosh. Maybe? I don't know. Oops, I'm not supposed to put that one down. Yeah, that's expensive.
Any UCS.
Yeah, UCS ones are good.
Creator Assembly Square.
The Assembly Square was good, yeah. Maybe wait until the
How much was the
The
Silent Mary?
Ninjago City set. How much was the Silent Mary? It was under 200, I think.
Under?
No,
Yeah.
maybe it was 200 flat. Silent Mary was good. I like that one.
Yeah.
I do not know. I do not know, sir. I'm bad at giving recommendations.
What happened to the firehouse?
Yeah, the firehouse was cool. All right. So many of these sand green bricks. It's crazy. Wow, this whole thing is going to be able to fold open. This better be amazing. Just make 6 stormtroopers that have different faces. Oh yeah.
Look, Morty, I'm a pickle. I'll pickle Rick.
All right, I should stop. I keep on reading your comments. Can't help it. If it's a Rick and Morty quote, I have to do it. It's in my nature. What Minecraft set do you prefer, this one or the Fortress? I think, well, the Fortress is like straight up my favorite of the Minecraft sets. So I don't know if this one's gonna beat my absolute favorite. There's definitely some pretty strong qualities about this, though. I think number one being that it has just got so many great parts to it. I haven't actually built any of the functions, so it's really hard for me to even begin to judge a set before sort of its main features are put together. So let me get back to you on that. Oop, there we go. Jack, if you could design a modular set for Lego City, what would it be? Wub-lubba-dub-dub. If I could design any modular set for a city, ooh, you know what I would want to do? Just maybe like in a Victorian house. Like I like the design of Victorian houses because there's a few of them in San Francisco, and I'm from the Bay Area that I think just look amazing. I think they really just look awesome being within a city, because they stand out a lot. But like it would be like a nice tall sort of pointed roof with like a thatched roof on the top, and then have one of those circular sort of tower spires, similar to how we got in the Assembly Square set, but have it just be like either a series of apartment rooms, like different people like living in different rooms, or maybe it would be like a shop or something at the bottom and then some people living above. But a Victorian house I think would just look really cool, and I think it would also fit decently well with the general sort of style that we get for a lot of the current modular buildings, because all the current ones are kind of built within a similar time frame, so they kind of match up with each other pretty well. We got a kind of similar set of builds from the Assembly Square, so, but that's sort of what I'm thinking. Oh gosh, now everybody's doing quotes from Rick and Morty. If you could put any Rick and Morty set. If I could get any Rick and Morty set, what would it be? Well, I've already made a few because there's ones that I want and then they don't exist, so I just make them. So I've made a few of the ones that I want the most. I did the portal gun, which I'm decently happy with, but I've got a sort of redesign in my mind on making it light up when you turn the knob at the top. So that's something that's something that I like and that I really wanted. And then also I just finished working on Rick's ship. It was like there was this cool mock that I kind of liked online, and then I kind of was just like I wanted to get it, but I didn't want it like that bad, I guess. And so what did I skip a section? I did. Guys, gotta scare me, man. I almost skipped a whole little chunk. Okay, There we go. So if I've been working, I tried to get like a legit plumbus made, and I was just like, I can't find those weird pink Orby pieces. There's a smaller version of the plumbus that I've been working on, sort of a MIDI scale plumbus, but not like sort of full scale that I want to make. But I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. Oh yeah, a Meeseeks box would have been cool, but full size Meeseeks box doesn't exist in the colors that it needs to be. So I haven't. Come on now. Really? Okay, there we go. This piece just doesn't want to fit together. Okay, that was a really, really tough little chunk. I think the ultimate one, the ultimate Rick and Morty set, I think would be an entire layout of the Blitz and Chits arcade with like a little Roy arcade game. And I think that would be just like amazing. That would be so much fun. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of different builds for Rick and Morty. I'm also working currently on a Pickle Rick build, but I don't know if I'm going to finish. Well, I don't know. I'm still waiting on some parts coming in from other mocks, and then I might sort of jump on and try to see if I can't finish that Pickle Rick build. I think it'd be cool to do it, but then also I know once I start, I'm going to want to do... Once I start, I'm going to want to do not just Pickle Rick, but I'm going to want to have him in the rat suit, too. What is your opinion about Avengers Infinity War? And that's the way the news goes. And that's the way the news goes. I don't know. Wasn't there rumors that came out today about Infinity Wars? And I totally saw this video on it, and I didn't click it yet because I was setting up for the stream. So, I'm hoping Infinity Wars is good. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be weird. I don't know how well it's going to work. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. That's all you can hope for. I mean, generally, the Marvel Cinematic Universe hasn't had too many letdowns, at least not for me. So I'm sort of confident that that'll work. Yeah, Pickle Rick, man. I'm telling you. It's going to be a build. If I fail at the Pickle Rick build, it'll just be a pickle. I'm like, I couldn't get the face worked out. I made a giant Lego pickle instead. Hopefully I can get it worked, though. I think I will. I've got the basic design. It's funny, I actually used a different mock builder's design for a certain cylinder, and I was like, I like this. This can actually work if I sort of switch it to green and switch out certain parts. I can just make this the body of a pickle. I've left it a little bit looser than the previous design, so it'll have a little bit of wobble to it, you know, because pickles aren't like, you know, they're organic. Can flop around a little bit. Anyways, I don't know if it's actually going to totally flesh itself out. Also, there's some other pieces that I need to sort of steal. Because the best part in the world for Pickle Rick, in case you guys ever want to make a Rick and Morty mock or a Pickle Rick mock, is, you know how Rick has that that unibrow? When they made BMO as a dimension set for Adventure Time, his arms are like light blue sausage pieces. Perfect piece to use for his eyebrows. And that was the seed piece. For sure that was the seed piece. Bring the old Republic back, yeah. You know what? Disney has sort of, you know, the rights for Star Wars for a long time, and they're doing tons of parallel stories and stuff. How cool would it be if they did a parallel movie, but like from the time of the old Republic? Like, why don't they go back there? It's been amazing for video games. And I think the fans, like, it would do great fan service, but also I think bring in a lot of new people, get a lot of new people interested. Because you could just go, dude, imagine if we had like an old Republic legit Star Wars story. You know, instead of the Han's, like, I'm not super excited about the Han Solo spin-off film. I don't think that's going to be very good. I mean, dude, the directors quit before they finished shooting. How does, like, that doesn't, okay, I know there's reshootings, and I know reshooting, and often writers usually get fired because they just kind of switch things out. Like, that's usually what kind of goes around in general production, but directors do not quit before filming has wrapped. That's insane. And that, I think, really kind of freaks me out a little bit, because I don't want them to be making a bad Star Wars movie. I don't think anybody does. Dang it, did I mess this up? I totally did. So, but what about Knights of the Old Republic? That would be cool. And then you're not messing around so much. You know, you might bring in a couple of old characters from the Old Republic or something. But then you're not messing around with some, like, really beloved people. So, anyways, that's my thing. I think they could do that. All right. We're building some pools. Boring, says the train man. Yeah? Yeah? You want to go? I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay. Oh, dang it. There we go. What Lego movies do you want there to be? Well, obviously the Lego Movie 2. That's first and foremost the movie I want to see the most. Okay. Outside of that, I mean, there's things I really like in Lego, but I don't want them to do a movie for. Like, for example, I don't want them to do a Lego Star Wars movie. I think that would be not good. So no Lego Star Wars movie, please. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I can't honestly think about like what franchise I would want to see next. I really don't know. No licenses that I think I actually really like outside of Lego. I think, you know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to see a whole lot of other ones. Sorry, I'm over these weapons. Jack, I sent my mock pictures to your email. Cool, Xander. Awesome. Now, I know people sent mock pictures to us last week, and we didn't do mock images or mock top 10 this week. Don't worry. They will all appear in the next episode. They shall. They shall. They shall. Make Lego City next. You mean make a Lego City? Or the Ninjago City? What's Mike's gonna build? Oh, a Lego Dimensions movie. Maybe. Yeah, where they kind of like all kind of are coming out of different dimensions or portals or something. That could work. That could very well work. Okay, let's get these sponges. So we're attaching some sponges, moving out the water, because that's this whole thing is like draining the water and allowing yourself to jump in, get yourself into the water monument. All right. Last step for bag number 4. Let's do this. Just about there. Jack, if you could make a Marvel set, what would it be? Oh, for Marvel? Be X-Men. It would be X-Men for sure, because X-Men is awesome, and I'm super biased, and I like X-Men a lot, so X-Men, 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 X-Men. Yeah, it would definitely be an X-Men set. Who would the characters be, you ask? There would be Gambit, Beast, and Gambit, Beast, and who am I missing that's really... Oh, and Rogue, obviously Rogue. Gambit, Beast, and Rogue, they would be in the set, and they would be fighting really big Sentinels. That's what my X-Men set would be. All right. Look at that. Look at this beast. So we've got the base of our monument starting to come up. All right, and then it just wants me to add this little 1x2 right there. Bag number 6, bro. This is bag number 6 out of 8. And remember, this is a brand spanking new Lego Minecraft set that we did get from Lego Group. They sent it to us, and it's not even a real production box. Jack, if you could make a portal set, what would it be? I mean, oh.
Portal set?
Yeah, people have been doing portal.
GLaDOS
yeah,
chamber.
Yeah, GLaDOS
course.
chamber. Yeah,
There's a number of cool mocks for
there's
that.
some great mocks for the GLaDOS chamber.
A lot of testing chambers can be done in Lego.
I know the testing chambers would be cool, but they're like massive, most of them.
Yeah.
I guess you could make like a sort of a, not like a vignette or something slightly bigger than a vignette that would show like one or two little.
There is a mod that is like a 10 by 10 vignette.
Yeah.
Like a test chamber.
And yeah, and you can see like a
And
block
there's, like,
going
the
in
shelf
and
of
out.
dimensions with the
Yeah.
photo gun.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. That's like one of the more surprising licenses that Lego
like,
acquired.
They licensed Valve, Half-Life. Like,
Yeah, it was like, how did they do that? I guess it's
oh
just
man,
the
like having a Half-Life V would be awesome.
Half-Life.
Gordon Freeman,
Oh my
like the
gosh.
Striders
And you get
of,
G-Man, like,
oh, yeah,
that would be so cool, yeah.
like locations from the game, both games.
Yeah.
Some like Black Mesa, like test chamber.
Ooh, yeah. I would love the,
The first test chamber, like in Half-Life 1.
yeah. Yeah, that would be cool, get some Half-Life. But, you know, it's all shooting and
It has,
guns
like,
and stuff.
Xen,
Dude,
Like Xen. How do you say Xen? Xen?
Sen.
Xen, yeah. The alien world.
Oh, yeah.
Like sets of that.
Yep. Yeah, Half-Life would be a fun one. What are we looking at now? Where do these two... This is annoying. I don't know where...
But apparently Valve can't count to 3, so I don't know.
Alright, I'm supposed to know where these two little pieces go. But it's literally just... It's showing me the entire mock from a different angle. And it's not telling me where those two sand green pieces, or those two darker green pieces are supposed to end up. So now I'm just looking at every single corner and hoping to find the two 1x2 pieces that just... What the heck? Lego, you're not supposed to do it like that. Are you kidding me? That's so aggravating. It's like you see it from one angle, they flip the whole thing around in the next picture, and they said, oh yeah, add these two little pieces. To where? To where? Oh my gosh, I found it. This tiny little spot right in the corner there. Right in the corner there. Oh man, that is annoying. See, they have arrows in the next one. Okay, sorry. Complaining about Legos. Sometimes it's so easy, and then they do one little thing, and you're like, what? Why this doesn't match up with any of the other steps you had? Okay. Bravo Bricks. What? Is Level Cap Gaming still involved with this channel? Yes, very much so. He doesn't appear in the episodes that much, but like I know I mentioned earlier in this stream, and like last stream as well, we are working on sort of expanding some stuff with our website, and it's entirely his fabrication. He's working on that. He's working on setting some cool stuff up for the channel in the future. Sure thing. Yeah, he's very much still involved. He's just not a face on the channel. That's it. But yeah, Level Cap is very much still part of the channel, and actively working on it all the time. Just never on camera, really. Let's get this vid 1,000 likes. Don't you mean $100 million? Okay, people are on. Okay. Are people allowed to have 911 in their phone number? Oh, I see what you're asking. I don't know. Oh, this is kind of cool. Look at all these gold blocks. So we've got, because it's all plates on top, so it just looks like just a huge stack. Just a massive, thin stack. Thank you. Jack, did you enjoy the Lego Games line? Favorite set was the Minotaur set. The games line. I never actually played around with it that much. Never really got to experience it. Yeah, Lego Dimensions movie. Yeah, that's what people are suggesting. That could be the next movie. I mean, it's definitely a way for Lego to play around with a lot of themes. you know, because sky is essentially the limit at that point. All you have to do is make a compelling story. Heck, I would just like to see more Lego movie episodes. Just like Lego Movie 2, maybe Lego Movie 3. I don't know if the second one's good. Let's see. Actually, I need to build another one of these. Look at these tall, you know, these are the 1x2s, but 5 bricks high in sand green. Where do you get these? Like, you don't get these in other kinds of sets. It's just here. Ooh, nice. We're building up some fun columns. Imagine Portal in a movie. Oh, yeah. That would be good. It would be fun if they brought Portal into, like, the Lego movie at some point. Because they do bring characters from all kinds of licenses all the time. I mean, they did it for the Batman movie, and they're going to do it. I'm sure they're going to do it for the Ninjago movie at a certain point. Yeah, and they're going to do it for Lego Movie 2. Ooh, nice. So check this out. We've got a lot of these aqua. I think that color, it's like, it's not white. I mean, it might even look white, but it's definitely not white. It's off. It's a very light kind of greenish blue. Ooh, I've got to do this times 4 actually. Gotta add this. And then add a bunch of these. All right. I'm getting counter. Never catch the live streams. This is my first ever. This is my second ever live stream. What's Mike gonna build? Probably a Lego Ninjago movie set. That's my guess. Oh, we got people subbing. A Lego Zoo would be a cool modular set for a city. Yeah, Lego Movie 2 is going to be a musical. That's what I heard. I did hear that the Lego Movie 2 was going to be a musical. I hope it's good. I mean, you know, they're going for a different style, a different feel. That's fine, as long as they do it well. That's all you can ever hope for. Oh, what the heck? Oh. Oops. I thought that was going to be a JK. LOL. Oh, I see. I misread the times 4 steps, so I actually added a couple of these little pieces on that I shouldn't have. Rick and Morty the movie. Now, we can't have Rick and Morty the movie yet because usually you don't get movies for shows until the show is like canceled, and then they just like make a movie and they're like, now we're done, and it's like they do the movie instead of like, you know, it's sort of like a special season finale. That's like what they got for Firefly. So that means if we're getting a Rick and Morty movie, that might be because we're not going to have the show anymore, but we are going to have the show. I think they're negotiating for season 4. I think they already started writing for season 4. It was funny when you saw Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon at the, I can't remember what panel they were doing, but they were showing off stuff for season 3, and then like during the panel, Justin Roiland said something about how they were working on season 4, and he was like, or we're not working on season 4. Yeah, oops, sorry. PR person's freaking out because I think they're still trying to renegotiate for their next season, so they can like make more money, because they don't make as much money like the first couple seasons that they're working on a show. And he like sort of mentioned that he'd been working on it, and it's like, no, you're not supposed to do that yet, because they love making the show, but the idea is you know, they want to be able to negotiate for a higher price. And no, where is that? This is killer. This is killer. I know there's supposed to be another 1x4, another 1x4 dark green plate. It's not here. I'm gonna go just find one. It is back. Oh, Mike, where'd the 1x4s go? Mike. We're missing. Okay. Do you know where the 1x4 plates are? They're not. There's like 1x2, 1x3, and then the 1x4 drawer is just pulled out. It's just not there anymore. Yeah, I straight up can't find the piece. I am bad at that. Are they in this? Are they in the city?
I was doing some stuff in the city.
Oh, you found them? Okay, cool. Thank you, sir.
Missing a piece?
Yeah. And of course, you Mike, how do you drop things all the time? Okay. Oh, wait. I found the 1x4. Oh, it was way underneath the other second computer. Found it, guys. All right. Let's see what we got. What? What are people doing on this chat? What are you guys doing? Okay. All right, hold on. Let me just move around here. Sorry about that, guys. Just moving through. Moving through. Okay, let's get back into it. One and done. Let's make the second one now. All right, there we go. Now we're adding this nice cube piece together. Let's see if it'll fit. There we go. Uno and dos. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Cinched up pretty well. Jack, will Lego make any Clone Wars sets in the future? Yeah, probably. I mean, from the Clone Wars show, man, probably still, yeah. They'll do stuff from like at least that time period, that era, I think. I hope. Because they can still keep doing it. And those sets were crazy popular, so something tells me that Lego wouldn't mind revisiting a few of those sets. Or they'll revisit them, but like under the guise of like maybe an episode 1, 2, or 3. Maybe an episode 2 set or something. Yeah, they probably will. Jack, do you remember the Life on Mars sets? Yeah, those were cool. I've got a roommate who's like so into that theme. He's like, can you get me this old Life on... Like, he thinks I just like have connections or something. And he's like, can you just like get that set and like give it to me? I'm like, no. Like, you want the set? You get the set. It's like, you should just buy it and then do a review on it and then just give it to me. And I was like, no. No, I cannot. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just there. They made SpongeBob movies. They did do SpongeBob movies. Oh, you mean like if they made a Rick and Morty movie? I just feel like that's like the general rule when it comes to if a TV show does a movie, it's often because the next season isn't getting picked up. Still being unnoticed. That's Super Tiger. Not anymore. That is the crux of saying things like that on stream. Every time you say how you're not being noticed on stream is exactly when you get noticed on stream. It's just the rule of the universe. Okay. This is interesting. Where are these pieces going? 1 and 2 and 3. You know, see what I'm building? Do you know what I'm building? Because I'm not entirely sure. How do you watch Rick and Morty? On TV, I think it's an Adult Swim show. Cartoon Network. Whoop. How are you able to get the Lego Ninjago movie sets before August? Lego just decided to allow other stores to sell the sets before they sold the sets. So yeah, the Lego. Ooh, there we go. Swing. Let's get this. Come on, buddy. There we go. So it slides down on top. Nice. This looks cool. How far down does that go? Oh, I see. Whoa. How far down does that go? There's a little stopper that doesn't let it fall all the way down. Very cool. So I've kind of, this like slides up and down and you can open it up and there's the gold inside. Okay. And I think you can drop it down further if you want, but it hasn't given me that sort of build option. It still wants it to be kind of resting up.
Witness me.
DBZ Lego. Well, you know what? They did make Kai's hairpiece. If they make that in blonde, they already have the mold for it now. If they do that in blonde, you can have some pretty legit Super Saiyan figs on your hand. All right. Boom, boom. Why does this feel a little bit off? All right. Let's just see. Oh! Oh, dang it. It's like way in there. All right. Hello. You did not notice my comment. I noticed that one. Oh, snap. You need to catch up on the set. Yet you spelled it catch up. Okay. Did I skip like a whole series of pieces? Dude, I totally did. Where is the other... What the heck? Hold on, guys. Why does that look a little bit off? Hold your horses. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. These pieces, I believe, are supposed to be meant for the other side back here. Oh, and I keep dropping this piece down. I made a mistake, everybody. This goes back down here. Haha. Same with these ones. Same with these ones. And there it goes. Now, this makes so much more sense. Right? Nope. I put that down not quite in the right spot. Oh. This is crucial. Because I can't get noticed, Jack will never know about the BOTW link mock I am working on. Oh, working on a... That sounds cool. Now I know. How do you watch Rick and Morty? You watch it on Adult Swim, man. Unless you've got child protection privacy settings or something, then you might not be able to. Have you ever stepped on a Lego piece? Nope, never happened. Nope, just never happened. I've stepped on plenty. I don't really walk around the studio foot. So, I don't know, maybe sometimes, but we're actually very clean usually. We don't have Lego pieces kind of hanging about in the set, in the city, in the studio. So no, I haven't done that. Ooh, getting swifty. Jack, what do you think about 2018 DC superhero set images? Like, I really like the Lobot motorcycle. But that other little build in the Lobot, sorry, not Lobot, Lobo. Yeah, the other build in Lobo set looks like kind of, it just looks not that good. I'm like kind of neutral on it right now. I don't know. I've only looked at the set pictures once, and I think Lobo is a cool character, and I think his bike is a cool build, but I don't know. Outside of that, we will see. Okay. So what do we got? Okay, this looks like, let's play it out a little bit. There it is. Oh, nice. That's a great little function. So, let me show you what I just built, guys. So we've got this, and there's a tiny, very well hidden trigger, but when you, hold on, it kind of like wants to reset itself. Ooh, this part just opens up. There's no clips that hold the side pieces closed right now, so they're kind of just, oh, that just fell, okay. There's like a special way for things to kind of like lock up. Yeah, and then there's a trigger in the back, and the whole thing kind of just falls. Now, you have to hold the thing kind of level. See, this is level for me, so it's off, but then it'll drop down when you hit the trigger. It doesn't, there's a little bit of friction. It doesn't want to like drop all the way down. I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah. These pieces are a little bit tight. So if I can like push them aside, and it's just, there we go. That's what we want. We want it to fall without it getting caught on anything. And that's all the gold blocks in there. Very cool. Very good. The stream will end at 5:48 exactly, says Spider-Man. Hello. All right. Could you dab, please? No. Can you do a backflip? No. Can you do this? No. I demand that you all support the Lego Ideas Rick and Morty set made by BrickVault. I'm not saying that. That is what somebody, I'm just reading somebody else's comment. Yep, we did. I did the portal gun. It's just, I called it portal device because they wouldn't have allowed it. Oh, I'll make a second one of these. Yeah. There was another guy that did a great Rick and Morty spaceship. Yeah. And he said he was, he couldn't get it up on Lego Ideas because they just kept on blocking him. But I was like, man, that's what you gotta do. You gotta switch it up and don't mention Rick and Morty at all. And only the true fans will find it and be like, ah, this is a Rick and Morty build. Ah, dang it. Come on, get in there. Some of these parts have been a little bit stiffer and not fitting that well. There we go. This is the back, and we are moving on to the last two bags. This last bag is actually pretty light, or the second to last bag is pretty light. Jack, do you remember Space Police sets? I love the Space Police set, John Wolfe. Some of my favorite minifigure heads ever. Those alien fig heads were just ridiculous. So cool. A lot of fun. Very goofy. I would love to see that theme reintroduced. BrickVault rocks. Happy birthday. How do you watch Rick and Morty? You keep asking that question. It's on TV, man. Hi, Jack. What set is next for the live stream? From Dylan. I believe, well, Mike is choosing, but I believe he's gonna go for. Geez, these manuals are huge. He's gonna go for probably the Water Strider set, but Mike, that's popular demand is Water Strider for sure. #1 set requested outside of the ultimate weapon from yesterday. But you know, Mike is fickle. He might just start building Zane's ice tank because he likes that set. So he might just do that one instead. But I do not know. Mike will decide. He's recording some VO right now, some voiceover stuff right now, and when he finishes, then he'll start putting together, ooh, I don't want to knock over my keyboard, but he'll start putting together this stuff for the next episode. So get ready for the next episode. All right, but I'm almost done with this one. Let's just do this. All right. We're doing pretty good, guys. There's not too many pieces in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do more Lego Star Wars sets. Dude, we will. We've done all of the Lego Star Wars sets that are out right now, so we can't actually do anymore. They're all, at this moment, done until the next wave of stuff comes out. All right, so this is coming out. And here's one. Oh, it looks like that's the way it's going. Very nice. So many details on here, guys. So many. Interesting. So we're building up a nice bit of detailing all over. This place really is looking good. Jack, what set would you make if you could? What set would I make if I could? I would probably do if I could have anything in Lego, maybe a series of movie scenes from movies that I like that would otherwise be like too inappropriate or too inappropriate to like for Lego to actually make. I mean, the idea in Lego is like you can make anything you want. So it's like I could try to make stuff. I feel like a lot of the sets that I sort of want are things that I probably eventually could make if I really tried. You know what I did attempt to do and totally failed? I spent a long time just like trying to work out sort of the basic design and just completely failed, which is a humbling feeling. You're just like, man, I just don't have the technical skill to do that. I wanted to make the that robotic geisha face from Ghost in the Shell, where like it folds open and it's all sort of gold on the inside. Really complicated detailing though, and I started working on something like that, and it just couldn't get there. It's really hard. Are we going to do the review of the Simpsons line? We absolutely will. It's going to come. Simpsons line is definitely coming. We've got all of it. We just are waiting for a time, kind of an opportune moment within the release schedule, because there's times when tons of new Lego sets are coming out, so we kind of want to focus on a lot of the new stuff. And I mean, the audience also in general does want us to focus on new stuff, so that's what we try to do. And then after, when things kind of slow down, then that's when we start focusing on tons of collection videos, and we focus a lot more on custom mocks and stuff like that. And you'll see that trend throughout all Lego channels. We like to focus on whatever is the most relevant new stuff happening, because that's what the audience likes to. And then after sort of a lot of that other stuff happens, we then focus back on other stuff that we find a bit more interesting. So yeah, that collection is going to come through, but I wouldn't say don't expect to see it this week or next week. Probably the week after. I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to last for, the new set releases, but we should be pretty good for a bit. There is a lot of new stuff coming out right around now. San Diego Comic-Con from Latvia. Wow, we got some people from all over. What Star Wars set do you want to come out? All of them. No, I don't know. There's so many. So many, man. I can't think of a specific one right now though. I subscribed. The Enchanted Apple. Ooh, we got some people subscribed. What are the most recent subscribers? Golden Creeper, My Channel, Fatty McChickens, Brick Ultron, Unicorn Cat Gaming, Branko, Poku Peck Gaming, Angry Panda Because, SRF Can, Dragon Flames, DJ Khaled. Oh yeah, DJ Khaled subscribed. T Gamer 101, Grunkle S, The Fudging Melon, Max Minard 43, Dylan Latchman, Carlos Gomez, Killer 101. All right, people are jumping on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for jumping on to the streams. Like to do little shout outs from time to time. Yeah, and we are rocking right through this set, by the way. It is the second to last bag on a set that is a little over 1,000 pieces. So it's a decently sized set, but nothing too intense, I don't think. It's a lot of brick stacking, a lot of sort of easier building techniques. There was that fun function here in the back with the opening up of this chamber that has all the gold on the inside. And I know there's going to be one more sort of more complex function that we're going to be building in just a minute or two, because there is going to be a water drainage function, but we haven't gotten there yet. Not quite. Best YouTuber ever. Can't wait to see more. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Confused Steve. If you could choose a new line for Lego, what would you choose? If I could choose a new line for Lego, just a new, totally different new direction, not based on anything but your own imagination. Why not a line that is all about a line that is all about zookeeping. Why not zookeeping, or like animal, like maybe like a Brave Wilderness Steve Irwin themed thing where you just have cool outdoor builds and people like wrestling. You get like a cool weird build for like either a new mold for an animal or a new weird build for an animal every set, and you'd be in a different place. You'd be like in a desert with like snakes and stuff, or then you'd have another set where you'd be, you know, in the water fighting with like a type of weird shark or a sea eel or something, and then you'd have another one where you're on a cliff and you're next to these giant eagles or something. I don't know, like animal themed builds. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I was just thinking. Guys, please be hey Jack, what exclusive Lego thing would you want from the Lego store on May 4th? All of them. Every exclusive thing. We go big here. We don't want one thing. We want it all. The store exclusive last year was kind of cool. I liked the Escape the Space Slug one, actually. There we go. We don't have too many like super exclusive set releases, but the ones that we do have, I think we like a lot. Okay. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are almost done with this bag too. It's just all this designing up here in the front. Is there a second live stream? Yes, there is, Vicky. There is a second live stream. Oh. Do you like pop figures? All right. Funko Pop? Not really, but I mean, I do like the Brickheads, so I think Brickheads looks all right. I think there's something sort of I think there's something worthwhile in trying to find a design that's recognizable yet simple. It's a lot harder to do that than other people think. And I know for sure that Brickheads it's very much like Funko Pop. It's like the Funko Pop of Lego. But yeah, I'm not really into, I don't really do a lot of other kind of collecting. We do like a lot of Lego collecting here. Dang it, I just dropped. Oh, it's all the way underneath the rig. was like as far back. It's like directly underneath the streaming rig, all the way on the other side. All right. Yeah, I don't do as much Funko Pop stuff or any other real type of collecting. It's just Lego stuff, really. My name is Harry. Notice me, Jack. Okay, look. Notice me. Okay. Nice. I like this design that we're making here. Looks kind of good. Pretty simple, but looks good. And let's get these last few steps out for bag number 7, and we should be pretty close to a final build. There's 1, 2. Oh snap! Hunter just subscribed. Breath of the Wild. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. I haven't played. Like I said, I jumped on, played a little bit of Breath of the Wild. Boom, that was it. Didn't play anymore. So I don't know. My brother was playing it a lot, and he was like, "It's so much fun." He like really likes it. But no, I haven't. I have not played Breath of the Wild, so I don't know. I don't know what sets I would want from it. Jack, what Lego Spider-Man figure would you want Lego to make? You want the Kane Scarlet Spider with his stingers? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of, yeah, there's like a whole series. Well, we got 1 or 2. I don't know. I do not know which Scarlet Spiders. I loved the Iron Spider. The Iron Spider is like so cool. It's like the whole theory behind him and everything. He's just like a very cool character. Let's see. Here we go. But that is one thing that I just don't understand about. Okay, so Tony Stark makes the suit for Spider-Man, and you know, and it helps him with his abilities, you know, all that. I get that, but why doesn't Tony Stark make a suit for Hawkeye? Why does Falcon only have cover on a certain part of his body? Like, I get that they're playing up like the old heroes and stuff, and it is the Avengers, and it would make them a lot more unique, but I honestly think they'd be like, what about Tony Stark makes him like such an effective fighter? Is he like, I wouldn't doubt that he's also good at fighting, like that he's trained and worked hard, and that he's not bad at, you know, actual physical hand-to-hand stuff when he needs to get down and dirty. But my only thing is like, Romanoff is better. If Romanoff and Stark went head-to-head, I think she'd win. Why doesn't Romanoff have a suit? You don't think a suit would make her more effective in the field? Right? I know, I feel like this discussion has happened a million times, but why don't they have suits? It strategically, I think it just makes the best sense. Please notice me, Senpai Jack. I wish the next Lego movie will have a cameo from Lego Galador as a horror. That's actually a good, yeah, as a horror scene. That would be funny. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, nice. Okay, I see what we're doing now. We are building up the, right, because this chamber is theoretically completely filled with water. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I can see how it's like supposed to work now. Yeah, a Lego Galador, but like totally like as a horror scene. That could work pretty well. Oh wait, let me get, where's these? Oh, I have it in my hand. I was looking for a piece of my hand. Hey Jack, do you think the next modular building will be, what do you think it will be? I don't know. I don't know. They, I know some people were a little bit disappointed that the assembly square had so many little things kind of put in there because, you know, people were like, maybe they should make a music shop, or maybe they should make a dance studio, or maybe they should do this. And the Assembly Square is like, we're going to do a little bit of all of that. And now everyone was like, wait, like, are they never going to make a big music shop ever? Like, is that never going to be a thing? Or are they never going to make, you know, this type of building now? So I don't know what they're going to do next. Because, yeah, music shop, I suppose, is out. Like a bakery is kind of out. Because they already kind of did little versions of that. So I think they're kind of like, all right, well, we have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. See what else new we can add. Boom. So, in case you can't see. Oh, the whole thing just popped open. But yeah, so we will be able to remove the water. This is going to be the function. This is going to be the idea that this thing's full of water and you're going to have to absorb everything up with the sponges until eventually you've drained the interior of the monument, and then you can reap the rewards. Best opening function, by the way, for like a chest. It's so good. Once I loosened it up. Wolf Dude, welcome. Thanks for subbing. Favorite Lego set? UCS Slave 1. What is your favorite Lego Star Wars set? UCS Slave 1. It's so boringly thought of what? Say what? All right. Let's move down through here. Boom, boom. Alrighty. I have a what? Jack, do you think Lego should make military sets? No. I mean, it's their policy not to do it. So that's fine. I do appreciate when custom builders can do like really cool military stuff. But Lego should do whatever they feel is true for them as like as a company and a philosophy. So they don't do it, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna be like they should. No, I'm not gonna do that. They don't do it. That's their thing. I mean, they do a lot of. I mean, they tread the line particularly close sometimes. Like they don't make guns or whatever, except they still have some of their old weapons, like their 6-shooter and their rifle, and like a Tommy gun, and they've got some other like legit handgun weapons that they still use quite a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this around. I think we're building from this direction now. And like I know for the Lego Batman movie, they pretty much just brought the guns back, and they're like, it's fine if we make little pew pew sounds, which they did, and like nobody cared. But they definitely brought back like a lot of guns into the mold, which they don't normally use. So I think they see the allure of it. I think they know kids like the military gun toys and all that. They see the appeal, but yeah, I think philosophically, I think they just don't want to make those types of toys. I'm asking you like 20 questions. You don't see them. Lego should do Rick and Morty sets? Yes, they should, but they never will. Same sort of reason for, it's not really that kid appropriate, just like they're not going to be doing guns or life-size weapons out of Lego. That's also a thing that they just don't endorse at all. Do you have every minifig? No. We've got a lot of figs. A pretty decently large collection of figs, I would say. But I know there are people that have more than us. Jack, which people do you want to die in Avengers Infinity War? I don't want anybody to die, but obviously they have to kill somebody big because that's just the way those movies work. I don't know. I don't have a particularly least favorite. No, I don't know. Chat has died, and chat has died just like this set. Oh snap! That was a harsh statement. Somebody here isn't liking the set. I want them to do some anime stuff, but licensing and stuff. Yeah, they could. I don't know how well that would go over. I don't know how much the anime and Lego fan base crosses over. It might cross over decently well, but you never know. I'm building out something here. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think this is going to be sort of for the front entrance, perhaps. Oh, yeah, okay. This is going to help keep stuff together. This is a good Lego set. I have one. Really? You have one of these? I maybe you do, but you must have some pretty special connections. We got this sent to us directly from Lego. It's not even on stores yet. Haven't even printed out the full box yet. I feel like that's not true. Let's get this through. Boom, okay, yeah, we have a nice little entrance piece. Do you get discounts on Lego? No, we do not. On occasion, like this occasion, we do get a free set from time to time, but not very often. For example, the channel is nearly 2 years old. It's almost 2 years old. And we've been in contact, at least like talking with, you know, on occasion with somebody from Lego here or somebody from Lego there. But we've received, this is our 4th set we've received from Lego. And that's it. So we don't get a special discount. I think there's like a lug thing that you can sign up that has nothing to do with like us as like a channel or anything in our area, where people can get some discounts, like I think 4 days out of the year. But even then, that's pretty minimal. So no, we in general, I would say basically no, we don't get discounts, and we have gotten a handful. This being the 4th, specifically this one being the 4th Lego set we've ever actually received from Lego. Oh, nice. Okay, so this kind of just rests. It's closed in there, and it's just a little holder. It doesn't actually stay, or it doesn't stick in with studs. Hola. Saludos de Mexico. Welcome. What's your favorite Lego set? UCS Slave 1. I should have like a recording. I should have a I know some people have like sound mixing boards for like when they do live streaming, so they can like hit sound effects and stuff like that as they go. And I would just have a mixing board of just me answering all the common questions. Jack, will Charlie ever do another BrickVault video again? Yes, eventually. I'm sure he will. He's actually built a few sets, yeah, for us in the past, either doing set reviews or just his own custom building. It was like a thing that he did for us forever ago. He designed this thing for the city forever ago, and then he was like, oh, I'll send you the VO, I'll send you over some footage and stuff for that, and he just never did, and he just hasn't gotten around to doing it yet. I think I might just do it for him instead, but he's the one that designed it, so it's like, I feel like he should make the video on that. Jack, what is your favorite idea? Mine is being creative. Oh, gosh. Are we going there again? Are we going there again? Looks like it. What happened to the portal device? I don't know. What happened? Did something happen to it? Is it not on ideas anymore? Did they figure out it was a Rick and Morty themed build and did they get rid of it? Have I talked about it too much online? And then somebody was like, hey! I feel like it was up there a week or two ago. I haven't checked it in maybe a week. So I hope nothing happened to it. I will call foul play, even though it's very specifically written in their guidelines that you can't make life-size guns for Lego ideas. And it can't be based on licensed material that, yeah, no. There's a million, like, it is very clearly written where they're just like, yep, you shouldn't be applying with that type of build. But I did anyways. It's not the end of the world. What's best case scenario for us is if somehow, some weird miracle perchance, it got 10,000 votes of support, then all of a sudden, they would just be able to read our names off during one of those announcement videos, and somebody in a very, very thick Danish accent or something would just be like, "Oh, portal device by BrickVault," and that's it. They would just, and then they don't even say that that you lose. They say, "These are all the contenders. This is the person that won," and that's it. And they don't really make mention of your name anymore. So that's it. That's all that would happen. Maybe you would get an interview on their little blog. But I don't. For some reason, I feel like they wouldn't. They wouldn't for us. They'd just be like, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel and you made this, and you got voted in." Yeah, they probably wouldn't even like let us on the blog. Maybe they would. But let's see. Please, can you review the Zane Ice Attack and give your quick thoughts on it? Boom, Barry. It's very possible that that's the set Mike will review right after I finish this, and this is the last bag. So there's a good chance that I'm gonna be finishing pretty soon. I have a feeling the stream's gonna end at like the 3-hour mark because I'll be doing some review stuff, showing you the functions. Gosh, this does feel pretty weak right now. Can this thing get stronger? Okay, these little plates should help out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, come on, there. Get strong. Oh gosh, this thing's like barely staying together. There's like nothing reinforcing it. Come on. This is annoying. There's one here. 0 structural stability. I just checked the portal device. It's still there. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Avivd. Sorry. I said your name really wrong. Somebody had the most ridiculous name yesterday, and I just couldn't. It was so funny. It was like Tickly Pickle or something. I'm pretty sure that was their name. That's a funny name. You are welcome, Barry. I do try to reply as much as I can, but it's like the things go by so fast. What is your favorite superhero in Marvel Universe? In the Marvel Universe, I would say probably it's somewhere within X-Men. It's like either Xavier or Rogue. Maybe not Rogue. I don't know. It's got to be one of the X-Men. I just love the X-Men so much. I think they're good. What is oh snap! Hey Jack, have you ever seen early Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 gameplay? If so, what characters would you like in the game? I haven't seen that gameplay stuff. No, I have not. But they have so many. They had so many characters. Those games always make me like I always just long. I'm like, dude, they have the designs for so many Lego minifigs, and they just don't make them into figures. They've got designs for Lego figs for Marvel and for DC for the next, 20, 30 years. Like, they have all of that stuff like already mapped out, and they just only release like a handful for each season every time. That's what it feels like, at least. All right. Okay. Put this down. From scale 1 to 10, how much do you like Lego? I like it 11. But it only goes to 10. Yeah, but this one goes to 11. Yeah, no, I like Lego 11 out of 10. That would be my answer. Shout out. You make custom BrickHeads, Transformers, and Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared set. Custom BrickHeads, Transformers, that'd be cool. And Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. You're making a Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared Lego mock? That's ambitious and also scary, because it's Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which is just because of what it is, that is scary. It's one of the creepiest things I think I've ever encountered on the internet. Very well made, like so well made, and it's just one of those things that's like creepy, but like you can't stop watching. Jack, do you like Lego Disney? Yeah, I think they do. You know, the Disney Castle was a really cool set. And it's super weird that they haven't announced the next series of collectible Disney minifigs because they're definitely making them. Maybe they have announced them and I just don't know who they are. But, yeah, the next collectible minifigs from Disney characters, Series 2, that's going to be wildly popular. It'll be cool. They have to make like Cinderella. They made Cinderella's castle and they didn't make Cinderella. It's like, come on, guys. Get with it. Are you planning on making any more mocks? Yes. The idea is to never stop making mocks and just keep going and going and going. I've got one. There's going to be a video on one of the mocks that I'm working on at the end of this month. Absolutely. I actually finished it, but I'm working on LDD instructions, believe it or not. And I'm super self-conscious working on the instructions because it's like you'll see all the silly things that I thought was a good idea on the internals, and you'd be like, this is badly made. I'm like, sorry. So I'm working on the instructions and trying to make it, you know, as good as I can. Nope, looks like we're building up. This is just going to be a removable piece, obviously. You can just kind of see that it's going to kind of just work its way right into the back this way here. Right? Cool. Okay, now it's finally pretty structural, solid. It's okay to know. Sorry, yes, I pronounced your name incorrectly. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep making mistakes, but yes, as long as I don't offend too much. I have to like have a preface of just like, oh, thank you, person who I'm about to offend by mistakenly saying your name incorrectly. It's a great way to thank someone just by completely butchering the pronunciation. Who is your favorite Robin? Mine is Dick Grayson. Mine too. That is my favorite Robin. Oh, I needed the 2x3s. There's got to be another one. There it is. Did I just say it correctly? I don't know. I don't even know what I said. I just kind of like mumbled through it fast. I feel bad. I think I constantly mistakenly say people's names incorrectly when I'm doing like the top 10 mocks of the week. And I'm like, this is a great builder. that person. Just like cough through it a little bit. Just like, oh yeah, that guy, you know. Not the best at pronouncing. The August 16 to 31st VIP members will get the Lego Ninjago movie set. Do you mean the city one? I believe that is the correct dates, yes. Do you think Lego Doctor Who is a good idea for Lego? Well, they did it. They did it for ideas. And I think people liked it a lot. Honestly, I don't know the show that well. But we did get the set, and I thought it was a good set. I did. I thought it was quite a good set. The figs were pretty interesting. I didn't know much, still don't know much about Doctor Who. I watched some of one of the seasons. I don't know which, I don't even remember which one. It wasn't the early Doctor Who, it was the kind of like slightly later one. But it was good. It was enjoyable. Kind of wacky, you know. It's definitely a sort of a wacky premise to a show, but fun. Jack, have you played Minecraft before? Yeah, a while back. I haven't played any of this new stuff. Like a lot of the new terrain and this, like I've never played the Ocean Monument, for example, in the game. I have not played it. I kind of, like I've seen stuff and I know younger people who play Minecraft still that I'm like kind of aware of what's going on, but not entirely. I don't pretend to know the things that I don't, because why would I do that? But I know what the set is. I know what the Guardians are and the Elder Guardian and how these functions are supposed to work and what all the pieces represent. I do know that. All right. Let's get right into it. Okay. This piece is going to sit right there. All right, guys, this is pretty much the last of it. I'm making a bunch. Hold on, let me move all these little pieces over onto this side so we can all see what's going on. Move it all over. These are the last pieces in the entire thing. This is it. That's it, and the set is finished. So let's put them all together. I like these sort of aqua 1x2s. Very good set for parts. Hey Jack, are you gonna let Mike build an Ninjago City when you guys get it? Ideally, we want to get 2 copies of the city instructions, and we're both gonna do it. Because remember, it's gonna be the 3rd largest Lego set in the history of Lego. And so that's going to be an insanely long build. It's like 5,000 pieces or something. So ideally, if we were to do it during a stream, Mike and I would want to do like different chunks of the city at the same time. But in order to do that, you have to have 2 manuals. And when you buy a brand new Lego set, the PDF instructions aren't online during like the first week, which is really annoying. So in the past, we've had to sort of reserve just one person to building, because 2 people building with 1 set of instructions doesn't actually save you very much time. So yeah, that's the idea, is to hopefully be able to get a 2nd pair of instructions so we can have 2 people building at the same time. But we'll see. We will see, because we do want to live stream it like that same day when it comes out. That's the idea, at least. And, almost ripped the manual. Okay. I think that's it, guys. I think 1, 2, 3. That's the last part to put on. There's the crown jewel top. Oh, right, I forgot that's supposed to be the easily removable little chunk. And this is it. This is it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, this back part. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, this part goes like that. Okay. Finished. Finito, finuto. Let's zoom it out a little bit so you can see what the heck is going on. There it is. And let me show you. I'm sure the alternate builds are going to be, yeah. Okay, so there's alternate builds for the instructions at the end of the manual. So this is what it looks like at the end. These are some of the extra accessories, kind of broken down into smaller chunks, and then it should have alternate builds. It always does. Oh yeah, you can fold it out. So this is an inspiration. That's what they call it. This is the inspiration build. So it's opened up a bit. Some of the gold is at the top. Got some builds there. And then this is, oh yeah, this is how you start building out towards that inspiration build. But I'm sure there's an inspiration build number 2. Oh yeah, this is the inspiration build number 2. So I'm not building, obviously I'm not going to be doing inspiration stuff. I'm not going to be changing up the alternate ones. I'm going to be showing you guys what is included here. So we've got ourselves Alex and Steve, and this is the Elder Guardian, actually kind of a fun build, and also the Not So Elder Guardian. Let's move them here, and got ourselves a squid, a bucket of milk, and let's actually show there's not a huge amount of stuff that's included, at least you kind of have to go and find it, sort of. So this is a furnace. Let's go into the actual ocean monument now. So like so many of these things, this is kind of reminiscent of the Jungle Temple because it's a super solid looking build. In fact, it actually kind of, even some of the build sort of style kind of reminds me of the Jungle Temple a little bit. But you can take things out. So this is all modular stuff, by the way. You know, these are all on jumper pieces. I'm going to take everything off that I think is a modular jumper and see if I can't remember how to put it back together at the end. This is another chunk right here at the top. This is all one piece. There's none of the parts come out here. And this just allows you to sort of get further in and access the different points. This here, by the way, it's similar to how it was set up for the, this is similar how we had it set up for, come on, what? That's kind of odd that it doesn't have an attachment point. It's like an open stud. Oh, I guess you can attach, maybe you're just supposed to attach, yeah, you're just supposed to be able to attach this Guardian, because this Guardian has more open studs on that side. That's just a little open spot here. But, boom, this is also a little gate piece that comes off in the front. And now you can see sort of the interior. Now, this is the main function. Oh, come on. There we go. False. There's a little bit of extra tension there. Honestly, just pulling the bricks a little bit, I think that's what loosens it up. Oh, didn't fall all the way down again. Where is it feeling that tension? Massage the Lego brick outwards. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Yeah. So it's just a tight fit, but it locks itself in from the front. I'm actually going to take that out because I want to move this thing around a little bit easier and not break something. But I will zoom it in, show you guys what that is. The trigger function. This is the trigger. This, and you just pull this down. Actually, it's already pulled down. So if you just oop, it actually ran into my finger. Let's try that again. Yep, so that's the trigger. And then you just pull this back up, and it just locks itself right in. A fun little function. And of course, what is the actual booty? These are the gold blocks. They are a bunch of plate pieces. See, look at that. It just looks like a massive stack, but in reality, you're looking at another jumper and then 3 more plates. So 3 plates and a jumper, 3 plates and a jumper. So that makes up 8 different blocks altogether. And that's the booty. That is your reward. That is the treasure. How do you get there? Well, now I have removed some of the other clips. There's a couple of little clips on the inside that keep these sides from opening up. But let's just open everything up. Let's zoom it way out so you can see what the heck this looks like now. And the inside has some spots. There's nothing too crazy, but this here is one accessory. This is a wet sponge. And we've got another one here, which is also a wet sponge. Boom. And, oh yeah, and then hidden inside, let's close this arm. Hidden inside, this is actually not even studded in. This is our dry sponge. So the idea is to soak in the sponge here until eventually the sponge, because you can tell that it's dry and wet because, you know, obviously blue for wet, gray for dry. It hasn't been soaked up. So you throw it in there, and it's just resting in there. It doesn't, nothing moves or anything. And it's the idea that eventually it'll become wet. It's blue, and you've got your little furnace, and this is a water breathing potion. This is a health potion. Oh, that was a little jumper left over. And then you can put your wet sponge on top of your furnace till it eventually becomes dry. And as that one's drying out, you put your other dry sponge in there until it becomes wet. And the idea is, let's say this thing is still covered up on the top. And eventually, these bits of water can actually move over to the side. So this thing is entirely full of water. And yeah, so they can actually lift up. Now these are basically just like water doors. They don't lift up and stay up, which is kind of too bad. I was hoping there was going to be like a Technic function where you could just, where these, sorry, let me close this out. You can kind of see it a little bit better. But these water curtain doors could actually lift up and stay up, but they don't. They just kind of open up, and you can kind of just, they look, it's like a fun little like wavy door function, but they don't actually disappear entirely, or they don't stay upwards. They don't have like an extra little bit that would push it all the way down, which is kind of like, it's kind of too bad. I was wishing like maybe there could be something you could push down on the front here. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. Yeah, you can. You just have to put your sponge in there. You put your dry sponge in there. Nah, that was dumb. That is it. Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, of course there's a way, and it's simpler than you could have ever expected. Yeah, you just put your dry sponge in there, and then of course it soaks up the water. That's the idea. So that's how you would get the water out of there, so you can now enter inside and then, of course, reap the rewards. That's it. That is it for play functions, aside from battling the Guardian. So let me put the sponges back in here just to make sure that we're not losing any sponge pieces. Come on, move into the center. Thank you, sir. Okay, then you can kind of just... Oh, wait, yeah, you stick it to the sidewall. There we go. So now we don't have any illusions about the sponges. Let me put this back on. So simple. There isn't really a whole lot to it. It just kind of looks nice. I think that's the main thing, is that it just kind of looks nice with the color. But in essence, there isn't really a whole lot to do. You can add these back in here. There isn't quite as much of the modular jumpers that you can kind of move around from one place to another. There's just a handful of pieces. They all kind of have their spot. I still think it looks nice. It still looks cool. It's got a very sort of Aztec sort of pyramid feel to it. Let me show you the second part of the build, and then I'll show you our baddies. Okay, so that's it. Furnace. There's one of the sponges, the wet sponge. You get 2 wet sponges, 1 dry sponge, and this is a great little build though. I'll just show you the health potion. It's the same thing. It's a mini figurehead with one of those little stud pieces that has sort of that bar, that trans clear piece. It's upside down, put into the minifig head, and then another brown stud that makes up the cork. So cool though, right? So easy. And then of course these are all little jumper pieces. You could move anything around wherever you like. It doesn't really matter where you put the furnace or your potions for that matter. It doesn't matter. Nice. Fun little spot. There's no bed. There's no nothing. This is it's not really much of a shelter, so to speak. It's just a little place for a furnace for, I think, soaking and drying the sponges at, so eventually you can make your way into here. So that's not bad. Let's check out the minifigs and everything that came with it. Now, the picture I'm looking at, I thought Steve was supposed to have a different color pants, but maybe he's not. So we've got Steve and Alex. Obviously, Alex is way more equipped to be fighting. This is all enchanted stuff, so the purple, of course, is enchanted. Steve's got the enchanted pickaxe. Alex has the enchanted armor, enchanted helmet, enchanted sword. Boom, boom, boom. Not bad, not bad, not bad. The printing, by the way, it's the exact same printing. If you've seen any other Lego Minecraft set with Alex, it's all the same. There you go. So, not bad for the figs. I don't think any of this enchanted stuff is new. I know the pickaxe has been around. Maybe the armor, something about the armor might be new. I feel like we did get enchanted armor before. I know we've got an enchanted sword. But, so anyways, that's nice. So, we're pretty much getting a huge plethora of enchanted stuff. And this is actually the last play function. Here's a closer look at the actual build for the, this is the Elder Guardian. Kind of looks like a giant landmine, but really it's more of like a puffer fish. Nice little tail. Ooh, you see how that works? So there's this little pin, this little crystal here, and if you want to waggle the tail around, that's the perfect thing that might end up hitting the spring-loaded shot. So the spring-loaded shot sticks out there, and if you move the tail, there it goes. Yeah, you can actually use the tail as the trigger, which is kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that to be the actual function, but it's not bad. Not bad, not bad. So, whoop, I just broke the end of the tail off. Probably should be careful, but it's not bad. So you can kind of wiggle it around, and then if you really want it to trigger, you just kind of hit it a little bit harder, and then it'll go off yourself. So you still can wiggle and waggle the tail around. And I think also keeping it here is kind of good because you can hold it. Like I can hold this thing, and my finger is on the actual piece, the actual firing piece, but I'm not going to be accidentally shooting it off just because the trigger piece has to go this way. So this is nice because at least it sticks out a little bit, but at least it isn't something that you're going to accidentally be shooting all the time, which I feel like is one of the biggest problems when it comes to spring-loaded shots. Now this is great. This is a great printed piece because this Cyclops eye is wonderful because it really does look like sort of the eye that you would get for Plankton. I think this is a little bit of a better build because the tail is a little simpler and the underside of the tail, this is the top of the Elder. And there's some studs showing, which I don't think looks as good, whereas this is smaller, simpler, no extra studs, and there's a jumper all around. So this thing can actually be placed. You know, very similar to how. See, look, that's on its side, but you can put them. You can put them anywhere. You know, obviously it looks a little bit better this way though. Oh wait, no, that's upside down. JK, LOL. All right, yeah, not bad. Fun little build though for this guy. Very posable. But that's it. It's very simple. Honestly, I kind of wish there was a little bit more to it. Oh wait, we have a squid. Almost forgot the squid. Hey Jack, guess showed up late. See the Minecraft sets came in? Yes, they did. This one. We got one other new Minecraft set as well. This is the exclusive print. It's oh come on, that's it. Nothing. He kind of looks funny with his eyes sort of forming away from each other a little bit. Sort of. I always say bricked. He looks like he was bricked in the head. Okay, that's just me. But I like the piece that makes up. Hold on, let's see if I can at least show you that piece. I think you can actually just see it. But the piece that holds, come on, yeah, that holds those clips in, there's a Technic pin that goes right through the center, and then 4 clips that are vertical on there. I don't know if that's a new piece. It could be. It could very well be a new piece, or so old it's new. I haven't seen it. Very cool. So that's it. That's a surprisingly small amount of features to show off for a set that is over 1,000 pieces. This thing sells for $120, 120 euro. Sorry, $120, 120 pounds, or 125 euro. It's significantly, well, yeah, it's cheaper in America. These Minecraft sets cost a little bit more outside of the States, at least according to the prices that I found on BrickSet, and I think I actually looked some of them up straight from the Lego Shop website. And I think this is the main factor for this is this is solid. It's a lot more solid than something that is going to be a totally modular Minecraft set, which I know, for instance, the railway set is like super delicate to pick up and move around. It's kind of annoying a little bit. This is not going to be that. Much less of this can actually be moved around, and there's little pieces that you can take on and off, but even then it's kind of minimal. There's only one really major function, and that is the opening and closing of the chest on the inside, which is cool. It's definitely one of the better treasure reveal functions I think we've had in a set. But ultimately, it's the amount of play features I think is a little bit light for a set that is this big. Because it is a lot. It's a lot of Lego. Personally, I just love the fact that sand green bricks, just regular old sand green bricks, are really making their way in here. And this, along with the Green Ninja Mech Dragon set, sand green is really going to be a color that isn't going to, it's classically been a color that I think has been very rare. But Justice League Atlantis. That's right. So they're really bringing sand green in here. This is by far the best set to get sand green, though, and your basic pieces. You don't get them in 2x4s, I don't think, but you do get a ton of 2x2s, ton of 1x6s and 1x4s and 1x2s and stuff. So I think that's great. Also, forest green. Forest green isn't as rare, but it's not as common either. So lots of uncommon pieces. I think that's part of the reason why this part to price ratio is it's a little high. It for sure is high. Because in reality, you're only getting 2 figs. For something that's 1,000 pieces, you could expect to get something like 4 figs. I mean, we do have our 2 brick built guys here, which sort of count, well, technically 3, but they don't count in the same way. Just in my mind, I don't count them in the same way as I would count a minifig. So it still feels a little bit light in terms of figs that you would get. But remember, this is a Minecraft set. They're usually a little bit higher in price. Everything you get is a print. You never get a Minecraft sticker. It's just not something that exists. So there's a lot of little factors. I would say it's a little on the high side for the price, but yeah, I think there's plenty of redeemable qualities in terms of the bricks that you get. The characters that you get are actually pretty nice. I love the build for the bottles. And the treasure reveal function on the inside is actually quite nice. That's kind of cool. This thing's closed off, and the treasure reveal sort of was like locked up because this roof, it pops up. So when you have the roof on, you can't actually set the treasure off. And then when you pull the roof off. Okay, sorry. I just noticed that when I was messing around with it. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's nice. Strong, solid. And I think I am going to switch to this camera. This is how big it is. 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 Not bad, especially when you open up the sides. Let's see if I can't get the... There we go. Open up the sides. It's pretty wide open. You have the chances of sort of checking it out. This is... Maybe you can appreciate it from a few more angles this way. Yeah, I think it looks all right. So much sand green. Not a lot of the play functions. This is really big for just basically sort of 2 play functions on the inside. So I think this is more like about just sort of appreciating the actual ocean monument as just kind of a cool and interesting. I like the design that we get in the front there. Let me see if I can't just show off the function one more time. Trying to do it sort of, there we go. Yeah, easy. Nothing to it. Ooh, almost dropped that. All right, that is my cue. I hit the webcam. All right, so I am finishing off my stream. Mike is going to be jumping onto a stream in a little bit from now, and he is going to be doing a mystery set. Probably Lego Ninjago movie. Pretty 90,000% sure it's going to be Lego Ninjago movie. But it is technically a set of his choice, so I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out during the stream. If you guys want to see a new Lego Ninjago movie set build live stream, then hang out. Mike, how long do you think it's going to take for you to get set up for the next stream? 10-15 minutes, says Mike. So you can look forward to that. And thanks for hanging out, guys. I liked hanging out in the chat. I thought the chat, when I was looking up at least, was constructive and good. And I'm sorry if I couldn't get to all of your questions. I know it can be frustrating, especially if you keep writing the same old message to me, and I keep on not seeing it. I would say write your message out, copy it, and then send it to me. And then at least you're not, if you resend the message, you're not just like typing it and typing it and typing it. You can spam it, but very little bit amount, because sending the same thing over and over and over again can sometimes also not be that good for other people in the chat. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And stay tuned for Mike, who's coming up in just 10 to 15 minutes. All right. See you later, guys.